This is Farmington Knights football on KDKZ Channel 18.
And welcome to Raider Field in North County. We are already set and we have kicked the ball off as we are now underway with 8 seconds already away in this one. The Farmington Knights won the coin toss and they elected to receive the ball. Kicking it for North County was number 23. That was Jacob Whitwell. And now the Farmington Knights will take it over on offense. I'm Aaron Cox, joined alongside Derek Stroop and Mike O'Brien. This is high school football as Farmington will line up for their first play of this game this evening. Derek Stroop is going to call out our formations for Farmington, as Derek was a former Knight player back in 2007. As it looks like Justin Boehm will hand it off to Coulter, and Coulter will pick up a few yards. It'll bring up a second down and 8 to go for the Farmington Knights. Guys, welcome in here.
Thank you. So Knights run the spread offense, and what they do is they get to the line and then they check over to the sideline to call the play. They never huddle, so it keeps the defense on the toes.
They wear a wrist playbook,
right.
Pretty much.
Coaches call numbers, that kind of stuff. That kind of came in the year after me, so I'm not quite sure what they call out, but they have different signals and they look on the wristband to find.
Boehm will get ready to snap the ball as he looks to pass. He's got a receiver right here to the near side. He's going to find him. That's going to be number 10, and the ball's knocked away. That was Jacob Dunlap. As Dunlap made the catch, it was knocked out of his hands.
And he fumbled forward on that play. And I think the play is going to result.
First down.
Yeah, in a first down.
First down for the Knights with 11:05 to play here in the first quarter. They won the coin toss and they elected to receive the ball. Like we told you, we got a little bit late start here.
Knights are in the spread. You got 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 1 in the backfield, out of the shotgun. This opens up the field quite a bit for the running back when you got 4 spreads. So,
Boehm under center. Looks like he's going to hand it off to Coulter, number 28, Colton Coulter, and he's going to hit the line and be driven back. Thought he had something to work with there, but he was not going to find anything. He's going to lose about 3 on that one.
Now, Derek, you were a defensive player when you went to high school. What does this spread offense, when they're just running the guy and there's no huddle, what's that do on a defense?
Well, see, the defense is more spread out, like I said earlier. You have to play more D-backs. You see more teams with the free safety. As when I was in high school, everybody was tight, so a safety would be man-to-man on someone. Like, as you see here, you got 2 safeties. You got a free safety that's closer to the line, and the strong safety is kind of playing back on the left.
Boehm will look to the side and wait for the snap as he is under center. Coulter to his left. He'll take the snap. He looks to pass. He passes to the near side, and he's going to find a man. That's going to be number 89. That'll be Zach Weber.
Out of the shotgun offense, they do a lot of short passes, kind of like a West Coast type style, but it's more spread, kind of like you see in college.
I apologize. That was actually number 88. That was Devin Nagel.
So you're going to see a lot of flats, people running hooks, flats, and crosses across the middle. That's what you're going to typically see in a high school game.
It's a third down for the Knights. They got about a yard to go as Boehm will take the snap. He'll hand it off to Coulter, and he's going to make that first down. And he found an open pocket, but then he found some defenders as well, and they're going to push him down. But it looks like it's still going to be a Farmington Knight first down with 9:47 to play here in the first quarter, and sure enough, it is a first.
Enough for the first, but what we've seen so far is North County is really plugging the run, but they're letting receivers get open. So maybe these short passes will turn into run plays for the Knights.
Knights had a hard time last week at the Edward Jones Dome when it took a bunch of turnovers that killed him. Boehm takes the snap and he passes, and it was the intended receiver, number 80. That was Cameron Corder. Came right off of his hands. Corder made his turn back to look at Boehm and came right off of his hands, just like it bounced right out of nothing.
Maybe started running a little bit before he caught that ball.
Thought he had it, and then he made the turn, and he really didn't have anything to hold on to. So it'll bring up a second down and 10 for the Knights. Here in the first quarter, no score, 9:37 to play in the first. Here on your radio at 95.FM. As Boehm will take the snap, it's a bad one as he has to pick it up off the turf, and he's going to find no ground. It's going to be a stop in forward motion, but there's a flag on the play as well from the far side. Possibly a holding call on North County. We'll wait for the official call. Boehm had to pick that one up right up off the grass because it was a bad snap, and so he had no other choice but to grab it, run it right up the middle. Thought he had a little bit of running room, but he didn't. He got pushed back, so forward progress will stop him right at the line of scrimmage, it looked like, with 9:31 to play as the officials. Illegal procedure is going to be called on Farmington.
Yeah, it looked like they had too many guys off the line of scrimmage. You have to have 7 on and the rest of them off, so 4 off. And looks like you had all 3 wideouts on the left off the line of scrimmage, and there needed to be 1 on.
9:31 to play, so that'll back up the Knights 5 yards. It'll be a 2nd down and 15. A little bit of momentum for Farmington as they got things going with a few short passes, but now they're having a hard time.
3 wide to the right, which is a little different considering it's the short side of the field. Usually you put your 3 wides to the
far side where you got more room.
Side,
You got
exactly.
3 here to the near side where there's not enough room. He's going to fake the handoff. Bain's going to keep it right up the middle. He's got some running room. Looks like he's going to get just past the original line of scrimmage. So it looks like Bain will pick up about 5.5, 6 yards here. It'll bring up a 3rd down for the Knights. Bain will carry that one for 6 yards. And the Knights still have a 3rd down and 9 situation to overcome here. Bain looks off to the side, looking for the call. He's got Coulter to his right-hand side. 1 right, 2 to the left. He'll take the snap. He looks to pass. He does to the near side. He's going to find, it looks like number 88. That looked like Devin Nagel again.
You know, Mike, North County's kind of just letting them run those short routes and then coming up to tackle them. They're not giving them anything deep.
Yeah, it looks like they're letting the play develop in front of them and get down, good form tackle, and not give up big plays.
Nagel will pick up 3 yards on the carry. It's going to bring a 4th down and 6 to go for the Farmington Knights.
And they're going to go for it here. It's a little too far to kick a field goal into the wind, and this is a good shot.
As you can hear, we have some wind up here on top of the press box as he will take the snap. He looks to pass to his left side, and he's going to find almost an interception with a hand on it was Jonathan Stabenow. Stabenow looked like he would, if he'd have had his hands on that, he'd have had nothing but that sideline and he'd have been off to the races.
That would have been a pick 6. Had pick 6 written all over it. He might have thought about catching the ball and running with it before he caught it actually too.
It looked like you could see the disappointment in his face when he ended up realizing he didn't have anything to work with. So Farmington will have to turn it over on downs here with 7:58 to play in the first. On your radio, 95.FM and Froggy96online.com. You can watch this game Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. on Channel 18. Aaron Cox on your radio along with Derek Stroop, Mike, Mr. O'Brien.
Yeah, this offense is going to go through Wyatt Compton. Wyatt Compton is the key to this offense. He's been coming on of late, and there's a handoff to number 23, Jacob Whitwell, and he breaks it. He breaks it for a big run. He's still running. He sheds 1 tackler, and he's finally brought down at the 25-yard line. Big run by Jacob Whitwell.
Guys, he broke 3, 4, 5 tackles, and he was all but that right sideline, and he had it all the way down, finally taken down at the Farmington 25.
The key there was the 2 wideouts on the right side making blocks downfield. When you get your wideouts making blocks, anything can happen.
He was rumbling, stumbling, bumbling down to that 25-yard line.
So the first time we see the Raiders on offense, what an impressive play as they pick up quite a few yards on that one. 7:48 to play here in the first quarter. It's a no-score game. Farmington just had to turn it over on downs after a failed pass attempt that was nearly intercepted. Raiders are on offense.
Wyatt Compton under center again, hands the ball off to the outside. He gets to the corner.
That's
and a great pickup, about 15 yards.
Seth Nichols in on the carry for the North County Raiders. Have we seen 1-2 big plays with huge yardage? That's going to get them down on the Farmington 10 now, guys, with 7:33 to play in the first.
North County's going to do that all night long if they keep sealing the edge like they're doing right now. Once they seal that edge, the outside's wide open. Wide receivers are making blocks. Good things are going to happen for them.
Maybe the Farmington Knights thought what I said earlier about Wyatt Compton being the key to the offense. Now they're just pounding the ball. Wyatt under center again. Another handoff to his fullback this time, and he's still moving. He gains a hard 8 yards.
Eric Thompson is in on the carry, and Thompson is just short of another first down.
Close to the goal line on the 2-yard line.
You're talking 3 plays that they started back down here on their own 40-yard line. They're now in Farmington's red zone here. 2nd down. About 2 yards to go. Looks like North County has a great opportunity to score here first.
North County's running this a little bit no huddle, too. Quick offense, not letting Farmington get more defensive players.
He'll hand it off to number 22 into the end zone for a touchdown is Seth Nichols for the North County Raiders, and the Raiders will score first here on a huge matchup between the Farmington Knights and the North County Raiders with 6:57 to play in the first quarter.
And the ball did not travel in the air once that whole drive. That says something.
They ran the whole time. That does say a lot for these North County Raiders. As what we'll talk about throughout the night goes on is what a rivalry. Looks like they're going to try for the field goal. To kick it is number 42. That's going to be Austin Townsend. Townsend puts a leg in it, and it is good. 6:57 to play in the first quarter, and it's all the Raiders to open things up. They score first. 7-0 is your score. We're back in 60 seconds on 95.FM.
Are you looking for a true state-of-the-art fitness center? Then Anytime Fitness behind Megasports in Farmington is the fitness center for you. Anytime Fitness has 24-hour access for your convenience, affordable memberships, and tanning rates. Plus, right now at Anytime Fitness, you can take advantage of their back-to-school special. When you sign up for your membership, you're going to get 1 month free on your membership and get 1 month of tanning also for free. So why wait? Stop procrastinating and go see Cody right now at Anytime Fitness on Market Street in Farmington. Anytime Fitness, for you anytime.
And welcome back with 6:57 to play here in the first quarter. The North County Raiders would put 6 up on the board, and the extra point was good off of the foot of Austin Townsend. And now the Raiders will kick it off to the Farmington Knights as they put the right leg into it. Back to receive deep, and the Farmington Knights are going to field it right around the 15, running up the line with some running room, and caught by the jersey was number 10 in on the return. That was Jared Dunlap.
He's lucky he got the jersey, not the horse collar. I don't know if they call that in high school.
I think they brought it into high school. I'm not 100% sure, but
yeah, he had all the jersey on the back of Dunlap. 6:51 to play in the first, and the Knights had a hard time to get the ball up into North County Raider territory, and it didn't take long for the Raiders to get back down into Farmington territory. As you made a good point, they did all of that and scored on the ground.
The ball did not hit the air once. There was not a single pass thrown, and they marched 60 yards and scored. That's a statement drive right there to start off.
Farmington's going to have to get off the blocks a little better.
10 seconds on the play clock as Bame is still looking over to the sidelines. 5, 4, 3 on the play clock. Is he going to get it off 2? And he does. He's going to take the ball and he's going to carry it himself, and he's going to come out of bounds. He's going to pick up about 3 on the play.
With the quarterback being able to run like that, you get the running back as your lead blocker instead of having a fullback in there or something like that. The play develops a lot quicker. So your guards are going to have to pull quicker, and when that happens, it gets the defense on their toes. They can't set up their defense. They can't get off the blocks as quick.
And you saw Coulter doing that first run block for Bame as he was lined up to his right, which he is again. You got a receiver here to the right, 2 to the left. He snaps it off. He's going to hand it off to Coulter. Coulter's going to find maybe a yard there, not much.
If you notice, North County's running bump and run on the outside too.
Yep. Yeah, the outside receivers are playing about 7 yards off. The inside receivers is where they're bumping and running. I think that's going to help hurt Farmington's run game because they're playing up almost on the line of scrimmage.
6:23 and counting here in this one. Farmington's going to be set up for a 3rd down and 3 to go as Bame and Coulter look off to the sideline. 10 on the play clock. Still looking.
They're going to have to hurry to get this play off.
Got 4 seconds now, and I don't think they realize how much time they got as Bame finally looks back at 1 second. He barely gets it off, and I think they're going to get him on delay of game.
You know, I think he got it off in time. I saw that ref actually look when it said 0 as the ball was going through the air.
No,
so.
They call a timeout.
Okay.
They got it in before.
Okay, good.
So Farmington's going to call the timeout, and it comes with 6:04 to play here in the first quarter. Guys, talk about the rivalry between Farmington and North County. You know, when we started out in high school, I went to Farmington, Derek went to Farmington, Mike, you're the oddball, you went to North County, but it's been kind of a back-and-forth battle, has it not?
Yeah, if you look at the history of this rivalry, it's really lopsided for years. Farmington's won every game since '06 in this rivalry, and before that, with the Jeremy McDowell, who's now head coach of North County, and Adam Howard, the great quarterbacks, North County was dominant early. So there hasn't been really any back and forth that makes a good rivalry, but this one, it runs deep, doesn't it, Derek?
Oh, it does. I mean, I remember back in high school when people would show up more in black and gold on the North County days rather than homecoming, you know.
It was.
I mean, that's the game you look forward to. We used to play them the very last game of the year. It was always for districts. I mean, that was the game you wanted to win. And now that they're playing it in the 4th week, I don't know if it lost anything, but it sure is nice to see black and gold versus blue and gold.
Glad to have you guys alongside. I appreciate it. Again, I'm Aaron Cox. We're in northern St. Francis County. It's the Knights and the Raiders, where right now the Raiders are leading the Knights with 6:04 in the first quarter, a score of 7-0. Knights are on the drive. They've got a 3rd down and 3 situation after the timeout, as it looked like they were about to run out of the play clock. Now with 20 seconds on the play clock, Bame's going to call it out. As he does, and he looks to pass, he's got 2 open, and it looks like he's going to try to find somebody over there. These jerseys are hard to see, but it was definitely, you could tell it was knocked away by Stabenow. He was all over that one.
You know, I like the play call and I don't. The reason I don't like it is because you see the two wide receivers running flies next to each other. The defensive back could play both of them.
Dunlap, the intended receiver, ended up not coming up with it as it was broken away by Stabenow. Good defensive play for North County.
That's 2 plays he's came up big for North County.
As it'll bring up a 4th and 3 for the Knights. And looks like they're going to punt it away, and they do. Off the foot of number 52. That was Austin DeSold, and it's going to be fielded right around the 22 by, that'll be Stabenow again, as he is knocked out of bounds right around the Raider 32-yard line.
Colton Coulter made the tackle on that play.
And let's see if the North County offense is going to throw a pass or if they're just going to keep with the run game.
I would stay with the run game right now if I was there.
Now, like you guys said, Farmington's got to find a way to shut out those outside corners. I mean, as they're making those breaks, that's where they're really lacking here right now in defense for the Knights.
You know, they changed their defense the year after they left, mainly because teams were going to the spread offense. And North County's ran some spread, but right now they're not. They may need to bring a guy up in the box. I mean, the way they're running it right now.
So the Raiders will go back on offense.
And another handoff and another big run.
That counter play was big right there. They handed it to the fullback twice in the red zone. Fakes the run to the fullback, hands it to the run back.
Seth Nichols, number 22, was in on the carry for the Raiders, as that will bring up a first down just off that first play. 5:38 to play here in the first quarter.
With the Raiders running the ball, they're doing 2 things. They're moving the ball consistently downfield, and they keep churning that clock. Great thing to do with the lead.
And they'll hand it off. It looks like Nichols is going to get the ball again as he'll carry it for about 4 yards. Looks like here is the go-to guy when it comes to running the ball so far. Wyatt Compton is really relying on a lot of his running backs right now. He's not having to hold on to the ball. He hasn't held on to it yet.
You know, I mean, they're churning yards every time, so North County's obviously just going to stick with it until they maybe try a long pass play.
Compton under center. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to find Stabenow off to his right. And a huge pass play, the first time they've had to pass for it, and they come up big.
Well, the first time they passed, they used the play action to draw the defense even more in. Stabenow gets 7 yards and a first down for the Raiders. The Raiders have not been in third down yet this game.
Maybe putting the D-backs a little bit to sleep.
4:54 to play in the first. Right now, the North County Raiders are leading this one 7-0 on your radio, as Compton will go under center again. 20 on the play clock. Compton will pass it back to Nichols again. Nichols has got running room. He's got a hole, and he's tripped up on the feet right around the Farmington 34-yard line.
Farmington needs to do better in their gaps. I mean, you'll see
got huge holes right now.
You'll see 2 or 3 guys in their gaps, and then there'll be a huge hole. That's someone not filling their gap. You know, it's every guy relies on the other guy next to him. So when he's not filling their gap, there's nothing the other guy can do because he's in his gap.
4:20 to play, as looks like Compton is really liking to go under center here, as he's got one to the right. He's going to hand it off. Up the center is number 20, I believe.
Yeah, number 20, Eric Thompson, with, again, a big burst. North County picks up the first down and have yet to see a third down where they have to make a conversion.
And they've got some momentum. That's got to feel good as a football player, does it not? I mean, you're moving the ball constantly.
Right. I mean, the more momentum you build as you move the ball, the more confidence you have in your team to move the ball down the field.
And like you said, Mike, I mean, they're running this clock like crazy. They're controlling it right now. And we're going to have a timeout on the field, and it's going to be taken by Farmington, and it comes with 4:07 to play in the first. Right now, the North County Raiders lead the Farmington Knights to score 7-0. We're back in 30 seconds on 95.FM.
Blackwell Motors has the great big deals. We will put you behind the wheel. Right here at Blackwell Motors, home of the pink elephant. So take a turn to the pink Pachyderm. The great big deals are here. Blackwell Motors, customer care beyond compare at Blackwell Motors.
And welcome back after a Farmington timeout. This is the second one that they've had to now take in the first quarter, and it comes with 4:07 to play in the first. Right now, the Raiders are on offense, and they're deep in Farmington Knight territory, and they have the lead 7-0, guys. And, you know, kind of bear with us out there in radio and television land, because these Farmington Knight jerseys, like me and Jeremy have said since we first saw them last year at Festus, these are hard to see. You've got black pants, which they changed to. They used to have gold pants in week number 1. They've got a white jersey with gold lettering and a small black outline with their black helmets with a gold F on top of them.
Yeah, it makes it really tough to be able to call out defense. Usually on offense, you have the set positions,
right.
but on defense, everybody's running around. It's really hard to see.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Raiders on the Farmington Knight 25 as Compton is under center. He's going to pass it back again to look like Nichols. Nichols is going to roll off to his left, and he's going to be taken down on the Knight 21.
Even when a run play doesn't look like it goes good for North County, they still gain yards. They still move the ball. They still have momentum.
You know, you saw when Farmington was last on offense, they were trying to run it up the middle, and the Raider defense said no every time. They found a host of linemen, and usually who brought it back, and it had to be forward progress that down the ball where it ended up. 3:39 to play here in the first quarter. It's a 2nd down and 7 as Compton's under center once again. He's going to look to his right. He's going to pass out to Stabenow with a one-handed catch in the air. He right-handed it, picked it out of the air. Impressive play, but it doesn't get him much yardage.
Jerry Dunlap made a good play on that. He's a one-on-one with that wide receiver after he catches. He's got to bring him down, and he's going for at least 10 yards.
And Stabenow, even though he caught the ball and an impressive catch, isn't going to pick up anything. Going to bring up a 3rd and 7 again as the North County Raiders for the first time are now in a 3rd down situation.
Let's see if they go the air here.
As they look like they're going to roll out, Compton's going to hold on to it as he's going to find some running room, and then he's finally brought down just past the 15-yard line by the ankles. Looked like in on the tackle was number 66. That was Charles Dockins in on the tackle at the ankles. Compton didn't have anybody open there. He had to.
I mean, that's one of the options on a rollout pass. You either have your guy in the flat usually, and then you have a guy running a fade to the outside. And if he's there, not there, he can pick. I mean, if you got a good running quarterback, he can pick up the first down with his feet.
Good decision by Compton as the Raiders pick up a 1st down as he will hand it off again up the middle to Nichols. Nichols will pick up about 3 on the play.
It looks like the defensive line is going backwards a little bit, doesn't it? They need to be playing on North County sides, but they're going backwards.
Yeah. Looks like every time the ball is snapped, they just keep running back.
Would that be just North County beating them off the ball? Or are they back on their heels?
Yeah,
Do they
I mean,
not know the snap count or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's upper body strength. 2, it's being it's knowing the snap count, so you're busting your butt off the ball.
Compton will snap the ball, hand it up the middle to number 20. That is Eric Thompson. Thompson's going to pick up a couple on the play with 2 minutes and counting here in the first quarter. Right now, the Raiders are looking to score for their 2nd time as they have now marched deep back into Knight territory and quickly. They were in a 3rd down situation one time. They quickly got out of it, though.
You haven't seen them in too many 3rd down situations except these past 2 times. And what they've done both other times is run a rollout with the quarterback, so you wonder if you'll see that again.
It'll be a 3rd and 2 on the Farmington 6-yard line. As Compton will take the snap, as he will hand it up the middle to Nichols. Nichols will pick up just a couple of more yards, and that pretty much puts him at the Knight 1-yard line.
Yep, and it gets him a 1st down, too, so they have 4 downs to score from right there.
What do you guys think about this North County offense so far?
It looks good. It looks like they came out in the spread, saw the defense was only putting 5 in the box, maybe 6, so they lined up in the eye and started playing power football.
Now, do you expect some changes coming up in the 2nd quarter? Are they going to change how many guys they put up in there in the box? Or?
You know, Farmington's been playing with 2 deep safeties. I wonder if they're going to pull one of those safeties in and play a little linebacker position.
Raiders are on the Knight 1-yard line. They've got a yard to go, and Compton's going to hand it off. And who's going to get the ball? They're not going to get it. Looks like they handed it off to Thompson again, but he was met right there at the line of scrimmage. He only had a yard to go, but the Knights defense is going to hold for a 2nd down.
It's the first time they stopped the fullback within a yard of the line of scrimmage, which
they've got to hold him 3 more times, find the ball on a turnover, and expect a field goal as the Raiders are still on the 1-yard line. And we're going to have a flag come here from the near side with 48 seconds to play in the first.
Looks like movement.
Yep, North County, I think, jumped a little bit.
Yep, it looks like they're going to walk it back 5 yards. That just kills you as a football team. If you're on the 1-yard line, you have 3 more chances to just pound it in, and now you get a demoralizing penalty on 2nd down to make it now 6 yards instead of that easy 1.
What kind of penalty is that? You say there's movement on North County. Just
well, when you're on offense, you're not allowed to flinch, you're not allowed to move, not allowed to make a muscle unless you're one guy in motion and you can run side to side.
44 seconds to play in the first as they have a 2nd down and about a 7 situation now as Compton's going to fake it. He's going to hand it off. We got a flag on the near side, and he tried to find a little bit of a pocket there on his right, and he was met right around the Farmington 4-yard line.
That looks like it was thrown in the holding vicinity, but we'll have to see.
Looked like a busted play, too. Looks like Compton tried to create a lot of something out of nothing.
33 seconds to play in the first. There's a flag on the play as it was a here from the near side, and we'll wait for the official call as Compton held on to it that time, found a small gap, but then he was met hard at the Farmington 4-yard line.
It was a legal procedure, so they were lined up wrong. That's what that is.
So that'll be another 5-yard on North County?
Yep.
So here they had a 1-yard and first down situation. They've been penalized twice. It's now going to bring up a second down.
About 12 yards.
And 12 yards now. So these are things that you know, I'm sure that coaches preach to you about, do they not?
As a coach, you're just ripping your hair out right now.
Yeah, in the red zone. I mean, that especially there. I mean,
you're saying, guys, you've got literally 3 feet to go.
Right.
So the Raiders will take it on 2nd and 12, and Compton's going to hold it, and he's going to run it to his left side. He's got some running room, and he barely gets caught by the ankles by number 13. That would be Colby Moon. Moon was the only one that had a hold of his ankles, and otherwise Compton was going to see nothing but the end zone there. With 7 seconds to play, that'll probably be the final play of the first quarter, and indeed it will be. After the first quarter, the Raiders are looking to score again after they already lead the Farmington Knights to score 7-0. We're back in 60 seconds on the Dockins Broadcast Group.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
The Branding Iron Barbecue.
Come out to the Branding Iron Barbecue and check out their family feast with ribs, fish, and pork. You can feed your entire family for just $24.99 or choose from 6 different meals for under $6. The Branding Iron Barbecue in Farmington, Poplar Bluff, and Jackson. You'll leave full, and so does your wallet.
Unbelievably tender when the spice is right. You better bring your appetite. The Branding Iron Barbecue.
Back at North County on Froggy 96.95 FM, Froggy96online.com, and Channel 18 KDKZ TV. We've played 12, and right now the Raiders have the ball. They've got about a 3rd down, and it looks like, 4 to go here, guys?
Yeah,
and
about 3.
3 or 4 yards, and they've already scored 7 points, and they're doing an awesome job here right now. Here's the change of events here on this last run, though. They've been penalized twice. So that set them up. And now that's where we're still at while they're still trying to drive into the end zone here. They've got set back 5 yards twice.
And it looks like Farmington's going with the 2 deep safeties again in their own end zone. So we'll have to see how that plays if they'll do a run. Yep.
As Compton will take the snap, and he was hit at the line, but he's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. As Wyatt Compton held the ball, he took 1 hit, but he made it right over the top of his defender and made it right into his green end zone.
Yeah, Farmington had a chance to make a stop there, and they couldn't stop Will Compton from getting in the end zone. I'm sorry, not Will. That was my age. Will's his older brother.
Wyatt Compton really running down hill there. He made the defensive player get hit harder than the defensive player wanted to get hit right there.
Right now it's 13-0, and that came with just 5 seconds played in the second quarter as we await the extra point. It is off the foot, and we're going to wait to see the official call, and they say it's good.
Derek, is that something you call decleating right there?
That is
Wyatt
a
Compton just
decleater.
did?
He'll if they had stickers, he'd get one on his helmet for that one.
Tell me what the stickers are. You see Farmington, the players have all kinds of stickers, all kinds of the Fs.
Yeah, well, a lot of teams had different things. We had Fs back in the day. It was mainly for if you played in so many plays on offense, you get one. So many plays on defense. If you had a touchdown, those kind of things. Sometimes they just give you one for practice. You know, you were the best player in practice that day, so they give you an F. So I mean, it's random things. Some teams do. For if you had this many yardage rushing, passing, they'll give you more stickers.
Is that something you kind of made like competition between the players?
It was it was funny. My junior year, we did that. You wanted your helmet full. My senior year, we did it for about 2 games, and then they kind of forgot to do it. So we started making designs on our helmet with them.
And I've noticed that you have a truck that anybody in Farmington knows. Your red Chevrolet 1500. Yeah. I noticed a lot of those Fs made it to the back glass.
Right. That was my old grandpa's truck. And back in high school, it was like, I'm going to put all my Fs on the truck, drive around town. Everybody knows I play Farmington football.
As a matter of fact, I remember I was in Ellington one time, and I see Travis Massey driving your truck.
Well, this has to be a good story. If
and here's Travis Massey, and I was like, that's Derek's truck. Look at all the F's on the back of it. It's got to be Massey.
Right. They have a big festival down there. Travis is from there. I'm from there. So he's just going to visit.
You know, before we started this, I didn't think we'd talk about Ellington as much as we have.
As North County Raiders will put the foot into it, and they will kick it off to the Farmington Knights. Back deep to receive is number 28. I think that's Coulter. Coulter's got it, and he had to stretch it all the way across to the other side where he caught it here on the near side. He tried to break all the way to the far.
What they do is they set up a return. They'll say return left, return right, return middle. So I guess it was a return right. When the ball's kicked to our short side, it makes it a long run to get to the right side.
11:49 to play, and the Farmington Knights will go back on offense, and they've had some cool down time on the sideline as they haven't been on the field for quite a while.
Yeah, it helps the defense out a lot when the offense is running the ball and they get rest on the sideline.
As we'll wait for the next play, the Farmington Knights are going to run it right off of their, looks like, 25, 24-yard line. They've got a 1st down and 10 to go after they took the opening kick.
Last time they had 3 wide on the short side, they did a run play, so let's see if they do it again.
Looks like Bame's going to look to snap the ball, and he does. He's looking to somebody to his left. He's going to pass it out with a real quick just toss play.
What they did was line up everyone on the right side and run an option this way, thinking there's only going to be one defender over here. But the defensive end made a good play.
Yeah, Derek, you used to play quarterback. I know not in high school, but in 8th grade. Did he pitch that ball too early as a quarterback right there? It seemed like he got right out to the outside and just pitched it right to his running back.
What you want to do is read the defensive end. He should go unblocked, and once he reads the defensive end, if he's going to go to the running back or yourself, that's when you make the pitch.
Bame's looking to the sideline. Looks like he has Grant Hopkins lined up to his right. He's got 3 to his left, 1 to the far right side as he'll put a man in motion. And then we'll see. He's going to keep it. Bame's going to keep it right up the center as he avoids 1 tackle. Looks like he's going to avoid 2 tackles and get some pretty good yardage up across the 50-yard line.
And that was a good play. When the defensive line gets a little pass happy, they'll rush up the field and create this hole in the middle and gave the quarterback a nice
So they really took advantage of that opportunity.
They did. I mean, it could have been set play. They could have saw that North County was getting upfield, trying to defend the pass, and he just took off up the middle.
Jonathan Stabenow just saved a touchdown right there.
That's 3.
Bame hands it off to Hopkins. Hopkins is going to try to drive it up, and he makes it right around the Raider 40-yard line. He's going to pick up 5 on the carry.
I bet that's what Farmington's been waiting to see, a positive run play.
A positive run play.
And Hopkins is going to pick up 6. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 4 as a quick Knight offense is already back on the ball. Bame is going to take it. He's going to hand it off to Hopkins again. Hopkins is going to make it up, and he's got running room. He made it through 5 different defenders. He's all the way up, and he's going to be taken down at the 6-yard line.
That was a great one. That looked like a little – what they do in the spread is they'll try to run an option, make it look like an option, but it's really a called play, and that was a run right up the middle. Great seal by the guard there.
Compton and Isaiah Smith on the stop there.
10:24 to play. A great opportunity as Farmington seeing some momentum, and looks like we have a whistle and a timeout.
North County's being pushed. That's why Farmington's running that quick offense, gets the defense tired. They have them on their heels. North County takes a timeout.
It seems like this drive they've stopped looking to the sidelines as much and letting the play clock run down. They've just been going and going and going.
Right. That's what you want when you have a hurry-up offense, is you get the play in quick, keep the defense on their toes. What they were doing in the 1st and 2nd drives were that you saw that play clock go down to like 3, 5, and that's doing nothing.
And they had to burn one of their timeouts too.
Right. So this is a little better tempo for an offense.
Raiders will take a timeout with 10:24 in the game, and Farmington, for the first time in this ball game, is seeing some momentum. That's what they're really going to need. They're going to need to see some running plays get somewhere.
Right. Running plays, what that does is it keeps your defense on the sideline longer, which gives them rest, which will help them play against North County's run offense. So that, I mean, every time they get positive yards, gets momentum, gives defense a rest.
And that's exactly what the Farmington Knight defense is needed, as they played most of the first quarter. Farmington returned the ball but had to turn it over on downs.
Yeah, North County just basically marched the ball up and down the field at will. So maybe this rest will give Farmington's defense the spark they need to come back and really get off the ball quicker.
And we're back after the timeout. 10:24 to play here in this one before halftime. Right now the Raiders are leading 14-0. The Knights are deep into Raider territory. They've got a 1st and 8 to go as Bame will fake it off to the right side. He's going to hold it, and he's not going to pick up any yardage as he ran it for about 5 yards to his right and then came down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's, you know, I don't know if it's an offense or a set call, but what he's doing there is reading that defensive end. If he crashes down on that running back, he's taking it to the outside.
And again, Farmington back up to the line quickly, trying to get North County's defense.
2nd and 8 as Boehm is looking to take the snap. He's got one to his right. He looks to pass. He makes a pass motion, and he does. He's going to be broken up. The pass was broken up by number 4.
Wyatt Compton playing both sides of the ball, playing quarterback and defensive back.
9:54 to play. I was like, number 4, that sounds so familiar. I was like, who is this person? Wait, it's the quarterback.
Looks like no one's out here. Okay.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 now as that last pass play was broken up by quarterback Wyatt Compton as Farmington is looking to score for the first time here in this one. 9:52 to play, and Boehm takes a snap. He fakes the handoff. He runs to his right. He's going to find a little bit of a hole for some forward yardage. Looks like he's going to be about 2 yards shy. Looks like he's going to pick up about 5 on that one.
What does Farmington do here on this 4th down? Do you go for it?
I would say you go for it unless you have a lot of faith in your kicker. But being down 14, you want to gain some momentum with the
4th down and 4. This is the biggest play of the ball game so far.
This is a big maker or breaker. If Farmington can't score here, they may have a hard time holding on through this first half as Boehm takes a snap. He rolls, he holds on to it, and this Raider defense figures it out again.
The wide receiver who went in motion and then came back, he was wide open in the flat, but I guess Boehm didn't have time to see him. Thought he had a hole and busted it up, didn't make it.
I'd say that was a little bit of a mistake, keeping a hold of that ball and trying to run it once again.
Trevor Mason just plugged out that hole. It looked like there was a little ray of sunshine. No, sir.
No. Farmington fans, that is a heartbreaker there as Knights were in the red zone and they couldn't do it. They had to turn it over on downs with 9:16 to play in the second. The Raiders, who have the lead at 14-0, now have the ball again.
They're going to need a quick stop right here, get the ball back in good position, and give their offense some time for a score here before half.
Knights offense has been on the field. Their defense has had a time to rest. Let's see what they can do against this Raider offense with 9:16 to play. Compton is going to hand it off to Nichols up the middle. Nichols going to find about 2 yards.
And right there you saw them bring in a safety, which I said earlier.
Right.
They brought it in this time, so hopefully that'll help stop up the run game for the Knights.
9 minutes to play in this one. Again, your score, the North County Raiders 14, Farmington Knights nothing, as the Knights were just in the red zone. They had the opportunity. They needed to score. They couldn't do it. The heartbreaker for Knights fans right now.
And that's where you're going to want to run the ball, is in the red zone, and Knights have had trouble doing that all
So
game.
if you're a Farmington fan, you hope the defense can keep them held on this end of the football field, because we've seen the Raiders really control this field. As looks like Compton's going to hand it off here to the near side, and Nichols is going to carry it for about another 2 yards.
So if they keep cheating, well, not really cheating, but bringing a D-back into the box, is that going to open up more play action?
It might. You know, in high school, it's easier to guard man-to-man. In NFL, it's harder, so that's why you see more safeties in the NFL. If they think they can guard them man-to-man with just one safety maybe over the top to the strong side, then they'll do that. And it will be harder, but it may be more beneficiary.
North County's had a great passing attack this year. I know last week or the week before they had 2 receivers with over 100 yards.
Compton's going to take the snap, and he's going to hand it off to Nichols. Nichols has running room. He's going to definitely get the first down. He's going to hit the 18-yard line.
It looked like Farmington had a chance there for a stop in the backfield, but couldn't grab his jersey.
7:57 as that'll bring up a big Raider first down, as the Raiders were in a 3rd down situation there. Thought this Knights defense had something figured out here.
North County stopped Farmington on 3 third downs, while Farmington hasn't stopped North County on 1 third down yet.
I was just going to say the same thing. North County has completed every 3rd down conversion. That's huge in a football game.
Compton has 2 to his left, 1 to his right, and he's going to hand it off to Nichols again. Nichols slips, and it looked like the ball came loose for just a second as Nichols made a hard left turn. His feet kind of collapsed underneath him just momentarily where he lost his momentum.
His blocker made a cut to go upfield to block someone. Nichols tried to cut along with the blocker and then slipped on the grass.
It's going to be a 2nd down and 8 for the North County Raiders as they are deep in their territory. They're playing off their own 21 right now, as it's going to bring, like I said, 2nd and 8. Compton under center. He's got 2 to the left as he's going to hand it off to Nichols once again.
Nowhere to go.
And he's got nowhere to go this time.
I was going to make a comment about slipping on the grass. I'm up here as a North County alum, proud North County alum, but I'm sitting here with 2 Farmington people. Would that have happened on Farmington's beautiful new football field?
Typically not. We don't really have dew on our grass because we have turf. But when you play on grass, you see people typically slipping, especially after the halftime because of the dew coming up at the end.
That's got to be hard on the ankles too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Makes for easy injuries. 6:38 to play. 3rd down and 8 situation as Compton looks to pass. He's got 2 receivers and he's going to go. A screen pass is dropped
by Jonathan Stabenow. Jonathan Stabenow must have heard footsteps there because that linebacker was eyeing him if he would have cut across the middle.
He was. He would have made that. If he'd have caught the ball, he'd have made the turn and just got leveled. I feel like it.
He made a good double cut there. He faked like he was going the outside, ran to the inside, wide open. No, you have 2 safeties. You think a safety would be playing in the middle.
The thing about
that
play,
made a play.
It was incomplete, but you know what? They set it up really well.
They did.
And that was huge for Farmington's defense. Now let's get the offense back on the field and see what they can do.
All right, so back to kick it for the Raiders is Caleb Warden. And back to receive for the Farmington Knights. These jerseys a little bit tough to read as Warden will put the right leg into it. It's a high line one straight to the hands of Dunlap. Dunlap's going to field it at the 40, and he's going to be taken down.
He might have lost a yard on there. Farmington's been running their kickoffs a lot of east to west. Is that because of the directional blocking still?
Yes.
6:06 to play before halftime, and what does Farmington need to do at this point?
You know, Farmington needs to establish a running game. I know it's a little late in the half to be doing that right now, but when they come out in the second half, they need to establish a run game.
Bain looks to his sideline with 14 seconds on the play clock. They're playing off their own
Here they have
34-yard line.
Here they have trips to the short side again. Put a guy in motion.
Bain will take the snap. He looks to the left side. He's going to fire over here to the near side. Open is Hopkins. He misses it. He tried to look over his left shoulder and catch it out in front.
Yes, that's the they probably ran the running back out in the flat a few times. So what they did there was run the running back out in the flat, then turn up field and try to get a linebacker caught sleeping on it a little bit.
The Farmington offense right now is like Jekyll and Hyde. Last time they were quick, up to the ball, ready to go, drove the ball all the way to the 1-yard line. Now it seems like they're in molasses almost. They're slow. They're not. They're
Keep
clunky.
looking to the side. Keep looking to the side. They got 20 seconds on the play clock. As Bain will take the snap, he flushes out to his back. He looks to pass again. He's going to hold on to the ball. He's caught up. He's got to run back to his right side as he's still looking to pass, and he's going to get caught, and he throws the ball away. Pushed out of bounds by number 44. That was Garrett Kaufman.
And I think there's a flag on the play, too.
That's either a late hit out of bounds
or grounding.
He was out of the pocket, so he's fine as long as he got the ball back to the line of scrimmage. So he should be fine with intentional grounding. Let's see if it was a late hit. Intentional grounding. All right. The ball. If the ball doesn't make it back to the line of scrimmage, then it's intentional grounding.
But he was outside the tackle box. Was there not a receiver close, or?
There must have not been. I think his receiver was up at the 40, and he grounded his own 40. You talk about a difference in yardage there. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 16 as Bain held on to that ball for so long. I know he didn't have anybody open, but he was all over that football field on the line of scrimmage. He came to the near side. He went to the far side. Finally, he realized he was in trouble. He grounded the ball, and that'll back the Farmington Knights up another 5 yards. Or is that a 10-yard?
That looks like it's a 10-yard penalty.
10-yard penalty. So 2 10-yard penalties. Boy, that is a killer for Farmington.
Right.
4th down and 26 brings out the punt.
What's even worse about that penalty is you lose a down.
Yeah.
So
4th down and 26. They are definitely going to punt this one away with 5:50 to play.
North County is going to have great field position after this punt.
Farmington just got clobbered in this run as they had all kinds of mistakes, which set him up for this one as he'll put the right leg into it. It's a high fly one going to be fielded right around. Well, looked like he had a chance to catch it, and he let it drop right at the 34.
Yeah, I don't know about that call right there. I think I would have caught that one. He had a lot of room.
Stabenow was the intended.
That is a hard ball to catch, though. When the punter doesn't kick a spiral and it's wobbly like that, it makes it a lot harder to catch.
But it did take a North County bounce, so they're up to the 35.
It hit the ground right around the 41 and then stopped around the North County Raider 35. So Stabenow made the call. He's going to let it drop. Could have actually, with that wobble, that end over end, that could have actually bounced a lot farther.
Right.
And again, the Farmington offense now puts pressure on its defense to hold and not let this game get out of control.
As the defense hasn't had much rest time on the sideline, as they were just out not too long ago. 5:39 to play before the half, as the Raiders will pick up the ball on their own 34.
Looks like they still have the two deep safety defensive alignment, 4 down.
Compton will hand it off to Nichols. Nichols will try to round the far side corner. He's going to pick up about 2 on the play.
North County now playing in shotgun. Maybe they'll try to speed up Farmington's defense.
Looks like McBride on the stop. That was a good job of setting the end on that one.
5:23 to play before the half. What do you think made them go to the shotgun?
Mostly it's easier to pass out a shotgun with time. They have to go 60, 65 yards to get there. They're going to need to pass. You know, if it's incomplete, it doesn't cost any time.
Certainly. 5 minutes to play here as Compton plays on the near side. He's got 2 wide receivers to his left. He looks to pass, and he does. He's way over the top, and he's got an open receiver who makes his catch. That's number 23. That is Jacob Whitwell, and he is all the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Just when I was getting ready to brag on Farmington's defense that they haven't gave up the big play yet, they have really bared down and nosed it. Jacob Whitwell breaks free.
The cornerback there knows he has inside help, lets the receiver go the inside. The safety gets beat over the top. That's a touchdown.
A huge pass play as Whitwell went for about 45 yards on that run. As we await the extra point, it comes with 4:52. It's all Raiders right now. Waiting the extra point. The hold is good. The kick is up. And we await the call. It is also good. 4:52 to play before halftime. Right now, the North County Raiders are dominating this rivalry between Farmington and North County. A score of 21-0. We're back in 60 seconds on the Dockins Broadcast Group.
At Check Please in Farmington and Poplar Bluff, they have the money you need today. They offer competitive rates on title loans up to $5,000, and they do payday loans up to $500 for your convenience. Check Please also buys scrap gold, silver, and coins. So stop by and see them today at Check Please, open Monday through Saturday. In Farmington, call 747-0900, or in Poplar Bluff, call 785-8900. Check Please. Get the money you need today.
And welcome back with 4:52 to play before halftime. The North County Raiders lead the Farmington Knights to score 21-0. Aaron Cox, Mike O'Brien, Derek Stroop on your radio 95.FM as the North County Raiders will kick it off to the Farmington Knights. And they put the right leg into it. It drops right around the 20-yard line, picked up by Dunlap on the right side. He's going to make it across around the 30 and finally be drugged down around the 35.
That was Farmington's best return of the night. So maybe this will give their offense a little spark. I've been saying that they need something to get them going. They can't let this lead grow any bigger.
Right. Momentum's big, especially in high school football. Kids can get let down. They need something here.
You made a comment about the Raiders and the Knights wearing red socks. And tonight is a huge night because they did an event called the Walk to Tackle Heart Disease. And they did it right here at this football game because of the amount of the crowd that it draws. So Knights are going to take over on offense here after they trail 21-0. Boehm is going to take the ball and fake it. He's going to hand it up the right side. He's going to keep it up the right side and pick up about 5 on the play.
With 4 minutes left in the half, they've been. I saw they dropped the safety back 20 yards instead of the typical 10 to 15 yards. So we'll see if they're playing a little prevent.
So what kind of change will that make?
That'll make a run game a little easier, the short pass game a little easier, but prevent a long pass from happening.
Boehm takes a snap. He looks to pass. He's got one right receiver. He's got a flag on the play as well. He tried to pass it out to Dunlap.
Probably another illegal formation or offsides on the defense.
We'll wait for the official call. 4:17 to play before halftime. As Boehm looked to pass to his right.
Illegal shift.
A legal shift on the Farmington Knights.
So that may be because they look at the wristbands. They look up for the play, look at the wristbands. Someone may have did that too late. They're still shifting back to their positions. That could have happened. And
this is really disappointing to see because I've watched Farmington over the last 4 or 5 years, and they had this quick offensive momentum so down. I don't see it here at all tonight. Usually they've been back on the ball within seconds.
It was on that one drive. They looked good. They were going fast. And now let's give credit where credit is due. North County's defense has stepped up. They've bent but not broke.
They have. Their front six have been big.
Boehm is putting a man in motion, and he's going to take the snap. He looks to pass. He's got 2 on his left. He's got wide receivers. He's looking. He's over the head of his intended receiver, number 81.
great coverage by the corners.
That was Evan Donovan. Donovan was right over his head. Bad pass on the part of Bame.
There was a little pressure up the middle, so it made Bame have a little bit of happy feet, made him throw that ball.
Which hasn't been the case all night. He's had good time back there.
He has had good time. The offensive line has done well. It's not like someone broke free either. It was just their offensive line was bending, not breaking. He felt it, threw it a little quick, premature.
4:11 to play before halftime. The Raiders are leading 21-0. Knights are playing on their own 35. It's a 3rd down and 10 to go as Bame takes the snap. He looks out to his left again. He's got nobody open. He's going to be tackled from behind. In on the tackle, number 56, guys. That was Seth Tiffenauer. Tiffenauer came right behind Bame and wrapped him up good.
And just as I give credit to Farmington's line, what happens? They get a big sack, and now they get the ball back with time left on the clock to go down and score again.
Looks like a defensive line did a double move there. The inside guys went out. The outside defensive ends went in.
So the Knights are going to have to kick it away, and they do so. They put the right leg into it, and it is a long, long one. As a matter of fact, it's going to come down at around the 21-yard line, and it was an end-over-end kick that's going to have to be picked up and then misses the tackle of Farmington. We have a man on the loose, and that is Stabenow. He is making his way all the way back up as he avoided 2 different tackles at any given time, and he runs the ball back up out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Zach Grief made a touchdown-saving tackle right there.
As Stabenow had all kinds of room, and then 2 Farmington players that didn't get their numbers, missed their tackles, had a chance, had a hand on the man, let him run it all the way back up to the 31-yard line.
That's how it's gone all night for North County. You know, Farmington, great punt, inside the 5. Jonathan Stabenow picks it up off of bounds, which is risky, and brings it all the way back to the 31-yard line.
He did. He looked, in that last look, he had a man 5 yards away, and then he was looking down. He grabbed the ball. He could have been sacked just right in the face and not even known what happened.
Fumble easily.
3:23 to play as the North County Raiders, thanks to Jonathan Stabenow, now have good field position. They could have been locked back in their own 5.
They could have played the clock game there. Now they have a shot to maybe score some more points and really turn this into a rout.
Let's see if Farmington's defense goes to a little bit of prevent.
The officials are talking it over right around the 34-yard line, having a little bit of chatter between the official, referee, and one of the side judges. So,
blocking the back on North County.
Didn't see the flag, but I guess there was a flag down on that play when Stabenow returned it, a block in the back on North County. So they're going to be set back 5 yards, 3:23 to play before halftime. You made a comment that, Grief made a touchdown-saving tackle here, forcing Stabenow out of bounds. I mean, he would have had all kinds of running room.
He would have. They had a good wall set up. Like I say, on punt return, you just try to set up a wall. They had a good wall set up. That was the last guy to make the tackle before he hit the wall.
Let's see if North County can run their version of a 2-minute offense. They have about 3 minutes and 23 seconds left. Let's see if they can push the ball downfield and get another score. Compton in shotgun, hands to Stabenow, who takes it to the end. He sees a seam. Oh, and he's hit pretty hard right there, guys.
Evan Donovan made a huge play right there, and Stabenow, Stabenow, couldn't remember the ball carrier, only going to pick up about a yard or 2. Looks like they're going to give him 3.
Dunlap made a great knife tackle there. That's when they go at their feet and trip them up. It's usually little cornerbacks that the big running back because they can't just wrap them up and bring them down. 2nd
and 7 for the Raiders. They're playing off of their own 24-yard line as Compton takes the snap and he's looking to pass. He does. He passes right up the middle. Good. And look who was almost going to make the catch was Eric Thompson. And Thompson made the catch, and then he was wrapped up at the legs by number 34. That was Trent Weidman.
That was a great play. He came up, knew he couldn't make a play on the ball, took out the receiver.
Is that another knife tackle, Derek?
Yes, usually a knife tackle is when the running back's coming at you and you go low on them. If they're facing the other way, I'm not quite for sure if you call that a knife tackle. Knife in the back tackle.
The lingo you learn up here, man. I'm going to start using knife tackle when I watch
That was a huge play for Weidman as he caught him in the air. Thompson had nothing and he dropped the ball. So Compton's now going to play it on 3rd and 7. He's going to make a long pass to Stabenow. Stabenow is covered here on the near side by Donovan, and the pass is incomplete.
Has Compton been touched when he's dropped back to pass?
No.
I know he's only dropped back a handful of times, but the line is really
Farmington's got
low.
no pressure on him.
Yeah, he's had all times of play room, and he realizes that now. After the first run, he did. He kind of played it safe. This time, he realizes that Farmington line is not putting much pressure on him.
But with that incomplete pass, that stops the clock, basically gives Farmington another timeout to maybe move the ball downfield, and let's make this a game.
Yeah, that's the consequence of trying to run a 2-minute offense. You also, if you don't complete, you also give the other team a 2-minute offense.
And now with 2:36 to play before the half, it looks like for the first time in this game, the Raiders are going to have to punt it away. Back to kick it is number 5. That is Caleb Warden. And Warden's going to take it. It's going to be a low-lying drive ball, but it's an end-over-end that's going to take a huge bounce for the Raiders, and it's going to stop right around the 26-yard line.
That was definitely a North County bounce right there. That punt was not pretty, but it got the job done.
It did. It was an end over. It was a parallel to the ground. It didn't have any height to it.
It might not have been 10 feet off the ground.
If you watch Mizzou play, they do that a lot. They punt those low-line kicks because the better chances of getting a good bounce.
Mizzou does the rugby kick when they come out and they have blockers follow them, and they do that rugby
because they get bounces like that and no returns.
So Farmington will take over after, for the first time, the Raiders had to punt it away with 2:25 to play before halftime. But the Raiders have the lead here. They've got the points on the scoreboard. 21-0 is your score. As Boehm will look to the side, play clock started at 23 and ticking away. Boehm's got 4 to his left, 1 to his right, and a flag comes from the back judge.
Yeah, maybe in a legal formation. I'm not quite for sure.
Give me your honest opinion here.
Honest opinion? On this play, I don't like 4 wide. It makes it a lot easier to cover 4 people when they're all on one side.
And I guarantee on this next play,
something against North
they
County.
might go to the short side with the one receiver.
Boehm's going to get all kind of pressure here, though. He's
Yes.
going to have to throw this one away quick. He's got 4 to his left, 1 to his right. He's got a weak line now.
Yeah, usually when you have a running back in the backfield, if he doesn't break out for a pass, he's usually that last guy to help keep the pressure from coming. And we don't got that, those defensive ends are going to be straight upfield.
As we have Boehm is going to take the snap. He's got some time, but he is going to be throwing it away, and he got hit at the same time in the backfield. Big play for number 20 as he caught him. That was Eric Thompson.
And if Farmington does the same thing that North County did, they're going to give North County a chance to come down and score with enough time left on the clock.
We could see 4 2-minute offenses.
Boehm got the ball in the air, and Thompson just wrapped him up. And the ball was nearly intercepted. 2:19 to play before halftime.
When you have when you have that much pressure, you usually overthrow it.
Boehm's going to hold the ball, and he's going to try to run it up the middle. He's going to make just a few short yards on that one.
Maybe they don't want to give North County
exactly.
a 2-minute offense.
Going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now they started
And
off
3
at
to
1st
go.
and 5, and now it's 3rd and 4. So North County's defense again staying tough, staying strong.
Bend, don't break.
3rd down for Farmington. 3 yards to go to the first down. Boehm's got 3 to his left, 1 to his right. He flushes out. He looks for a man, and he's got him. It is and we missed it before he got the tackle. That was number 10. That was Dunlap. Dunlap caught it, and he's going to pick up a first down.
Big thing for North County, kept him in bounds. Keep that clock running.
Boehm's completion percentage has been a lot higher when he's been rolling out rather than sitting in the pocket. I wonder if in the second half, they'll start having him roll out.
They're seeing a lot better progress with him definitely rolling out of that pocket, as now it brings up a Farmington first down, but the clock's against him before halftime. Boehm has got 2 to his left, and he looks to the left. He's got number 80 here on the near side, and that's going to be Cameron Corder. Corder's going to catch it right around the 44-yard line.
And that hurt when he bobbled it because he couldn't get out of bounds because he had to concentrate on making the
And
catch.
again, just like in the first quarter, North County letting the short passes happen and making
And now
the
you're
tackle in front
seeing
of them.
this Farmington offense get back on the ball quickly. It's a 2nd down and 5. Boehm rolls out to his right. He hits his man to his right. He tries to find a man, and that was going to be Dunlap, and he's not going to get him.
Yeah, Dunlap there knew someone was coming, bobbled a little bit, let it go because he didn't want to get clobbered.
Minute 13 to play before halftime. Going to be a 3rd and 5 now as Boehm, as he rolled to his right, he caught Hopkins in the shoulder, slowing down his momentum a little bit. And now when you saw Farmington was on the last play right up back on the ball. This one took them quite a long time as they've got 17 seconds on the play clock. Boehm takes a snap. He looks to pass, and he's going to hold on to it. He's deep in the pocket now. He runs backwards several yards. A long, high-flying ball is going to be almost intercepted.
Broken up by Jacob Whitwell.
Whitwell broke it up in the air. The intended receiver on the far side, right around the Raider 25-yard line. I believe that had been Dunlap.
Yes. If you could go back and look at that play.
It wasn't. It was Donovan. Excuse me. It was Evan Donovan, the intended receiver, as, again, those jerseys are a little bit hard to read.
There was pass interference about 15 yards off. You can press them all you want, 5 yards. But once they get past that, you can't hit them. Wide receiver is going on a fly. Cornerback bumped them about 15 yards.
The offensive player right there had to turn it to the defensive player and knock the ball away from the
So
North County
Farmington will
defender.
kick it away, and they've got the wind to their back. It's going to be a long, high-flying ball. It drops to the 24 and then out of bounds. 55 seconds to play before halftime.
So, Derek, you're North County here. Are you going to push it?
North County here? No, not up 21-0. You don't want to give an interception, pick six, anything like that.
But
I mean, if you're on the 50 or in, yeah, you go for it. You're this deep, you just take a knee.
But, I mean, it is North County Farmington.
It is
North County hasn't won since 06
Yeah.
or 05.
So they're going to
excuse me.
try to win right now by kneeing the ball.
55 to play before halftime, and the Knights had to punt it away again. Having no luck on offense right now, but we haven't seen a turnover in this game yet.
No, we haven't. Surprisingly, Stainbow's had a couple of opportunities, but
Really, there's been some close opportunities on some long, high-flying passes. Some passes that were broken up by the Raiders as well, had some opportunities to be intercepted. So the Raiders will take over on their own 12-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10.
Is that a
two
wishbone
fullbacks.
formation?
No, that's two fullbacks.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
It's happened, but it was in the 50s.
Nichols is going to get the handoff as he's going to run it up to around the 24-yard line where he's brought down. I believe that's going to be a first down for Nichols and the North County Raiders. And it is.
So is that the formation that remember the Titans used? Isn't they only ran 6 plays?
46 seconds to play before the half, and it looks like he's going to get it again. Nichols is going to hit a man in the head, and he's going to pick up 5 on the play, possibly 6. Compton's really liking to hand it off to Nichols, as Nichols has got all kinds of running room. He grabbed somebody in the face and had him all over the
A
ground.
couple good runs gives North County some momentum. They take a timeout. Maybe they are going to try to score.
I guess. Don't ask me.
It's anybody's guess at this point. So it'll be a timeout.
The hard part is throwing it into the wind. When you're a quarterback, it makes it hard to throw that 40-yard fly down the sideline, you know. So maybe they'll keep it on the ground, try to get it down the field a little bit more.
I think
maybe get a field goal,
anytime it's anybody's guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would have called a timeout, but I'm not the coach.
That's right. That's why they don't pay us to coach,
That's
right?
why we're up here, huh?
And they don't pay us to give our opinions on the radio either.
Nope.
36 seconds to play before halftime. Right now, we're at a timeout. 21-0 is your score. The Farmington Knights have had all kinds of trouble. You name it, they've had it. Not turnover-wise, though.
You should see the Farmington safeties playing about 20, 25 yards off the line of scrimmage here. I mean, you got to prevent, you got to be a sure tackler because you're the last one between the end zone and the line of scrimmage.
About 37 seconds, though, and every time North County does get a first down, that stops the clock, gives them a chance to do that hurry-up offense, so maybe they can make something happen.
Yep.
What kind of formation are they running here?
You know, you call it an I when they line up fullback, running back, but when you got 2 fullbacks and a running back, I'm not quite for sure.
Is that an uppercase I?
Is that okay?
Who's got a smartphone? Is that an uppercase? 36 seconds to play after the timeout. It's a 2nd and 5. A flag comes from the far side. Compton will hand it off. Nichols is going to get nowhere. I think he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's interesting to call a timeout
And then come out and
and
run.
then come out and run an A-gap run.
Yeah.
You know, so
Basically a dive.
right.
32 seconds to play before halftime.
They might have had some miscommunication or something. That's what I'm thinking. They called the timeout.
Did have a flag on the play. It's a 5-yard penalty on the North County Raiders.
If I was North County, I'd take a knee here, go into the locker room, up 21, feeling good, ready for a good second half.
Exactly.
Don't take the chance of turning over the ball
No.
here.
I wouldn't.
I don't think they were going to, but they had those 2 good first runs, so they figured why not. But then, like Derek said, when they came out in the capital I formation, I guess we're going to call it.
The capital
The
I.
capital I.
Did we just coin that? Can we trademark that?
Trademark. Cox O'Brien Stroop 2012. 32 seconds to play, and after the 5-yard penalty,
I'm sure we have some listeners like, no, you're an idiot. You don't know what that formation is?
you're complete idiots. Who put you on the radio?
We've been around that formation forever.
Still trying to figure out this penalty exactly. I believe the penalty came on North County and it was declined. It's going to be a 3rd and 3 situation here for the Raiders. I have no idea what that penalty
I
was.
have no idea.
Yeah, we got to trademark
If
and
they
stuff. and
decline
forgot.
it must have been like a 5-yard penalty or something.
It
I don't
was.
know.
35 seconds to go as we have what we'll call the capital I. Got 2 fullbacks back there. Compton's under center. He's got a man to his left, a man wide to his right. And he's got 7 seconds on his play clock, 13 on the game clock. As he will take the snap, he'll hand it off. Looks like he's got Nichols for maybe a yard as the clock stops at an even 6 seconds.
Did Farmington call a timeout there?
Used their last timeout, which I guess.
So Farmington will take their final timeout, and we'll see what they do here really quick. We got 6 seconds before the half. Your score 21-0. North County's on top of Farmington. We're back in 30 on 95.9 FM.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
This is Laurel Moore. If you want more for your money, call Crystal Heating and Cooling and install a new Carrier heating and cooling system with rebates up to $1,600. Financing available with no money down or 6 months same as cash. Crystal Heating and Cooling also offers utility rebates, next day installs, and we always guarantee the lowest prices. Crystal Heating and Cooling is an employee-owned company in business 47 years, serving St. Francis and all surrounding counties. Carrier, turn to the experts. 431-5200. Website, crystalheating.com.
And we're back as North County is leading this one 21-0. 6 seconds to play before halftime. Farmington called their final timeout. It's a 4th down and about 2 to go for the Raiders. And when you ask Nancy Eves what a Farmington formation is, she looks at you with a really puzzled look.
Yes, she hit me hard and said, ask me volleyball questions.
Were you shocked?
No.
Did you ever find out the name of the formation?
No. I think she's asking her son now.
We're going to have to do some investigative reporting.
Some investigating reporting at halftime. We got this. 6 seconds to play. It's a 4th down and 2.
Twins. Okay. Twins backfield.
Twins backfield.
Yep.
I still like the capital I.
I like the capital I. Let's go.
North County's going to punt it away with a 4th and 2 on their, looks like the 35, as he'll put the right leg into it. Back deep to receive is Dunlap. Dunlap's going to let it drop at the 45, and then it's going to take a North County roll, and that will be halftime. So the North County Raiders have been leading the Farmington Knights throughout the first half. Your halftime score 21-0. We'll be back in 2 minutes on the Dockins Broadcast Group.
The new generation, Hoods, Discount Home Center. Custom countertops, vanities, cabinets and doors.
Furniture, tools and paint, electrical and hardwood floors.
Plumbing and lighting, windows and tile.
If you're building or remodeling,
we've got what you need on every aisle.
buy it for less, we save you money. Buy it for less at the
New generation, Hoods, Discount Home Center.
And we're back in North County, and we're ready for the kickoff of the second half. Both teams have had their time to warm up and stretch out. 12 minutes up on the clock. It's the Farmington Knights. It's the North County Raiders. The Raiders lead the Knights 21-0. Aaron Cox, Derek Stroop, Mike O'Brien, all on your radio, 95.FM, Froggy 96, the World Wide Web at froggy96online.com, and KDKZ Channel 18. Remember, you can watch this game coming up Sunday afternoon, 3 o'clock. You can also view it at KDKZ18.com. Guys, tell me what's going on in the field.
There was a 15-yard penalty for some reason. I'm not for sure. I didn't.
Like right off the bat?
Right off the bat.
Not a second has he lapsed off the time.
I guess they dunked on the goal during warm-ups. I don't know what the pre-15-yard penalty.
That was always the superstition. If you hung on the rim or dunked on the goal,
you got to.
Yeah.
You got to.
But nobody try it.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't do it. But.
Mike did twice.
Oh no, you can barely stand anyway.
Yeah.
Well, put 12 up on the clock, and you know what? The Farmington Knights have a huge deficit to overcome here. Down 21-0. They've had no forward progress. They've had a hard time moving the ball. Their defense have been on the field the entire first half. They've got to be wearing out hard.
And that's not a good way to start the second half.
And they're being set back. What was it, 10 yards?
15.
15.
Kick off at the 40.
It must have been a personal foul in there somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, something.
So kicking it off for the Knights is number 61. That is Alec. Good luck with that last name, guys. He puts the right leg into it. It's going to drop right around the 35-yard line. Going to be fielded right there at the 30. And then the North County Raiders are going to pick up the ball as they receive the ball here in the second half.
Yes, usually you have kicker Ethan Grimes going out, but he was over there on the sideline with no pad, so I'm assuming he's hurt tonight.
Any guess on that name?
Alec Van Staffer is my.
Van Stiven?
Van Staffer.
I really apologize out there if we're offending anybody. 7 seconds off the clock here in the second half. It'll be Raider football. They'll be playing on their own 48-yard line.
Great field position.
Yes.
Start off for North County.
15-yard penalty to start off that second half. I'd be interested to know what that was. Be sure to remind me and bring that up when we talk to either coach. So the Raiders will have it 1st and 10 here in the second half as Compton will hand it off, and he'll fake it to the near side. He's going to run to his left. He's going to make it across the 40, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 35.
He read that option perfect there, Aaron. He saw the defensive end crash down on the running back, pulled it, ran it toward the outside, got a first down.
hit out of bounds by number 8. That was Grant Hopkins here on the near side. 11:45 to play in the third quarter right now. The Raiders are on offense. They got to receive the ball after the Knights won the coin toss and kicked it off to begin the game.
And North County starting off just like they did the game with running the ball.
Exactly.
Not sure, we got a player down here just in front of the water coolers. Can't see his number, getting some stretching work.
Yeah, that is a cramp.
A cramp?
Yes, leg cramp.
And Compton is going to take the snap. He's going to hand it up to Nichols. Nichols is going to make it up to the 28-yard line.
And Drew Forbes for North County just had a huge pancake right there.
Now, Derek, you've been using a lot of football lingo, and I like it because I'm going to take some, like knife tackle or whatever. Can you tell the listeners what a pancake is?
Yes, that's when an offensive lineman takes the defensive lineman or linebacker and puts him flat on his back.
Like a pancake.
Like a flapjack.
Yeah.
Like flap. I get it, a pancake flapjack kind of play. All right, we got Compton. We got Nichols on his right. He's going to hand it off, and then he's going to lose the football, but he's going to fall back on it.
Yes, that time Compton did not read the option right.
All over him was number 34. That was Trent Weidman. Weidman found Nichols, wrapped him up, and then knocked the ball away, but Nichols was able to fall on the ball. He's going to get a loss there.
Exactly, but we saw what almost Farmington needed right there. The switch of momentum, turnovers are going to be a big key in the second half. If Farmington can create turnovers, get momentum, and move the ball down the field.
Each team has had opportunities for turnovers, but neither one has came through with it.
And I say it's been more on Farmington's. Farmington has thrown too many passes that were very unprotected.
Yes,
the receivers had to turn into defensive backs.
Very
and give North County credit. They've defended every pass well.
Compton's going to take the snap. He's got, looks like Nichols behind him, and Nichols got all kinds of room across the 20. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to be taken down at the 15. Nichols rolled out to the left side of Compton, and then had nothing but running room here on the near side.
Grant Hopkins made a shoelace tackle there and saved a touchdown.
It really was. If it hadn't been for Hopkins, that would have been a touchdown for sure. 10:18 to play before the third quarter, and right now, coming right after out of the locker room in the second half, this Raider offense is getting it going.
How much confidence you have in your run game for 3rd and 10 to run the ball? That just says so much about this North County offense.
Yeah, Farmington has to just keep getting demoralized every time something like that happens. They lose a 3rd down, they run the ball for 10 yards.
1st and 10 for North County. Nichols going to take the ball out of Compton's hands. Compton actually faked the handoff and kept the ball, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage for a no-gain play. 9:55 and counting on the clock in the third.
It looks like Farmington's defense has that play sniffed out.
Yeah.
So 2 times they've tried running that little option where Compton decides if he keeps it or runs it.
Right, and it's the option to where the running back goes to the outside or the quarterback takes it up the middle. There's been 2 defenders there at the point of giving the ball or taking the ball both times.
2nd and 10 for North County. He's going to hand it off to Nichols this time. Nichols is going to have a hard time as he was quickly taken down. Trey Amson, number 3, and also number 53, Zach Grief, in on the tackle. Was able to slow him down enough. Grief slapping his helmet as he runs off the field. 9:19 to play in the third, and it's going to be a 3rd down and 10 as the North County Raiders have been locked up.
A new rule, I think, came out. If you lose your helmet on the field, you have to come out for 1 play. I think that's college and high school now.
Is that just to check the gear, make sure that it's not going to be?
It's that, and so people aren't losing a helmet on purpose to slow down the snap of the ball.
3rd and 10. Compton's going to take it. He's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to keep it up to the left side. He's got a running room, and he's pancaked together between Hopkins
and again
and Wade.
On 3rd and 10, a quarterback keeper up the middle for 15 yards.
And 3rd time's a charm. They ran that option play twice, got stuck. 3rd time they ran it the other way.
And it's going to be right at the 2-yard line. Had it not been from Hopkins and Wade, I don't think Wade or Hopkins alone could have kept him out of the end zone. The way they pancaked Compton, that was the only way it was going to stop, but huge on 3rd down.
Let's see if North County has a little more discipline. Remember, last time they were down here, they had 2 penalties.
1st down, they're looking for a touchdown, and up the middle and around the side goes number 20. That is Eric Thompson. As Thompson looks like he's right on the goal line, but we wait to see, and they're going to spot him, guys, just a foot off the goal line.
Thompson got hit 2 to 3 yards behind from the goal line, and he kept fighting and churning until he got
his legs never stopped.
He almost got that touchdown.
And when he got the ball, it was on, less than a foot away, easily. So with 8:11 to play, it's a 2nd down and goal for North County, as it looks like Compton's going to go under center.
Farmington still with 2 deep safeties, as deep as they can go.
Thompson behind him. He's going to hand the ball off. He's going to fake it, and then he's going to run it into the end zone for a touchdown. Quarterback keeper for Compton. It's a touchdown for the North County Raiders, and it comes with 7:58 to play in the third quarter.
You know, and I'm not surprised they're going man with their cornerbacks and bringing in the safeties as outside linebackers to stop that. I mean, what good are your safeties going to do in the back of the end zone? That's what my
And again,
thinking is.
North County comes out of a halftime or start the game, does not throw the ball once, and drives the ball all the way down the field on strictly running plays, even 2 3rd and 10s, and they still ran the ball.
Quarterback Wyatt Compton with the keeper, and as we await the extra point, it is off the foot of number 42. That is Townsend, and it is good for the extra point. 7:58 to play in the third. Right now it's all North County is there shutting out Farmington as of now. Your score 28-0. We're back in 60 seconds on the Dockins broadcast crew.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
Hi, this is Stacy with Sun Loan Company. Summer is drawing to an end, but there's still time for some home improvements, trips, or maybe some work to get the car ready for winter. Whatever you need cash for, just call Sun Loan Company. We can give loans up to $3,500 and get you in and out in a hurry. Give Sun Loan Company a call in Park Hills at 431-6504 or any of our other locations, Farmington, Ironton, or Festus.
Might as well be walking on the sun.
Back in North County on your radio 95.FM after Wyatt Compton kept it for the quarterback keeper for just a couple of yards. Your score after the extra point was good, 28-0 as the Raiders get ready to kick it off to the Farmington Knights with 7:58 to play here in the third quarter. Guys, what do you do if you're Farmington?
You stop the run once.
Stop the run.
And you got to score.
This defense has got to get worn out really quickly as Nichols is going to put the, that was number 23, it looked like. That was Whitwell who kicked it off.
Well, maybe for the first time all game since the
flags
ball
are
was out of bounds. Kicked out of bounds. So
Okay.
now
they'll get the ball at the 40.
So maybe Farmington now with good field position
35.
can maybe materialize something and make something happen.
They've had good field position though, Mike, and the problem is they can't move the ball.
They can't, I mean, yeah.
It doesn't matter where you're out on the
Doesn't
field
matter
if
where
you
you
can't move
start
the ball.
if you can't go anywhere.
That one drive, they had one drive in there where they got all the way
And
down there.
their tempo was good that
Yeah.
drive. They got the
And
plays
they were
in.
the red zone.
Yeah,
That's
Exactly.
a killer.
They need to play with urgency. They need to get that pip in their step back again.
7:58 to play here in the third quarter. Your score 28-0. The North County Raiders are leading the Farmington Knights as the Knights will now have the ball on offense at the 35-yard line.
I said 40. NFL's 40. High school 35.
You've been out a while. It's okay.
Okay.
But we were talking during the break. We noticed the North County cheerleaders, every time that North County scores a touchdown or points,
Right.
they have to do push-ups. At this rate, we're going to have some pretty buff cheerleaders.
I know that your attention turned down there, and I see the score now. I mean, you score that many times, and I think they're doing 10 push-ups. Or I think they're doing as many push-ups as the score is.
Yeah.
This could get ugly down there. There could be some injuries.
The Oregon Duck does that, and he gets tired when they score 56 and stuff. I don't want to see that happen in the
Truman does it
cheerleaders.
too. Truman does it with the ROTC
Truman the
guys
Tiger.
at Mizzou.
Okay.
Mizzou will play 7th-ranked South Carolina.
Yep, 2:30 CBS. Little plug for CBS on Froggy.
That's copyright
We get
infringement. So Bame will fake it, and he will run it off to his right, and he will get nowhere except for back at the line of scrimmage. He was wrapped up by not one, not two, not three, but four defenders.
Yeah, Knights ran the sprint option right there. Coming to the short side of the field. He's reading that DN. The DN kind of plays a little on Bame's outside shoulder. Therefore, Bame can't pitch because he hit him, and so he has to keep it, and he gets tackled.
So it'll be a 2nd and 9 for the Knights as he picked up one. Bame's going to fake it again. He's going to find a little bit of a pocket this time as he's going to pick up about 8 on this one as he is just shy of the 45-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like Bame, has twice as much rushing yards than the running back today.
He does.
Bame's has been the most efficient runner today.
Clock is stopped at 7:23. Your score 28-0. The North County Raiders are on top of the Farmington Knights as we have a stoppage in play.
Looks like they're going to bring the chain.
Looks like they're going to measure for a first down as the ball is spotted.
Nope, he's just looking down the line just to see.
Oh, no, they're going to give it to him. They're not even going to bring the chains out.
All right. Well, that really helps when you have a line all the way across there, but how accurate is that line?
It doesn't look too accurate.
As accurate as a janitor paints it on.
Field maintenance technician. 7:20 to play as Farmington will get a first down. They're playing off of their own 45-yard line. Bame will look to the sideline.
Looks like the defense is switching up the play call.
Colton Coulter is now lined up to his right. He's got 3 to his right, 1 to his left as Bame fumbles the ball on the snap.
You know, and that wasn't even an option, so I don't see how you fumble. He was just putting it out there as a little play-action play. The running back just bumps the arm with the shoulder. The quarterback didn't have good grip on it. Bame fumbled.
They recovered the ball,
They recovered
though.
it, but
It
that's
almost
still you lose a play in 5 yards.
looked like Coulter read the play wrong and kind of got a little bit in the way of Bame there.
He may have gotten a little bit, and I think Bame caught the snap a little bad, so it kind of.
So now
all
a
happened.
second down and 13 as Bame again will look to the sideline. They're not very quick on the line right now. He's got Coulter to his right and then 2 to each side.
To me, this just kills the offense how long they take to get the play.
It is. They got 6 seconds on the play clock as Bame will take the snap. He's looking to his left side, or actually his right. He's going to be really put in pressure, and he barely made a pass up to Calvin Lynch.
Yeah, I think Calvin playing a little tight end there. He was blocking, read the play as he was getting turned around. Good play by the tight end. Maybe even better to knock it down, but
They ended up losing yardage on that. They're going to end up losing 2 yards.
The headlines tomorrow are going to be if North County does hold off and win this game, 28 or whatever the score ends up being. But I think the real battle is the trenches.
Bame back in the shotgun. You got 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Bame making a play call on the guy, and we got an official timeout. I'm sorry, that's North County timeout.
Looks like we have a timeout on the field with 5:39. Who called the timeout, guys?
North County did.
North County timeout. 28-0 is your score. We're back in 30 seconds on the Dockins broadcast group.
Battery problems. It happens every time you want to do something. You just want to mow the yard, right? You've got to make it to that big meeting on time, and your watch quits. You got to be somewhere, and your car won't start. Right in the middle of a conversation, and the battery conks out on your cell phone. For every kind of battery.
And we're back here at North County after a Raider timeout. 5:39 to play in the third. The Raiders are still leading 28-0 after a little technical difficulty. Mike O'Brien.
You know,
Big Toe O'Brien.
I'm not used to this radio stuff up here. You put stuff under my feet and don't tell me. I'm just going to stand back. I'm going to watch the game.
Now, don't go too far back. We're on top of a press box. There is a hole behind you. That won't buff out. So it looks like the Knights are having a hard time again. This has been an ongoing saga for the Knights all night long.
Right, it looked like North County had a little bit confused in the past couple of plays. You saw the defensive coordinator, running down the sideline, calling out different play signals as Farmington lined up. So they may have been a little confused, and that's why they called that timeout.
It's going to be a 3rd and 18 for Farmington. They're playing off their own 39-yard line, and looks like they're going to put a man in motion. That's Dunlap. Dunlap's going to run back. Coulter's to his right. Bame looks to pass. He's got nobody. He's going to hold it. He's going to be wrapped up at the shoulder.
And that was a good decision by Bame. Bame had no one open, and Bame decided to keep it. North County is sticking on Farmington like glue.
Farmington's got no offense. I hate to say it for you. They haven't had any luck here tonight, and North County fans have to be loving this.
Yes, North County's defensive backs.
They're playing well.
Yeah, they're playing perfect. I mean, I haven't seen many people open. When Bame tries to go down the field, there's always a defender right next to the receiver.
So Farmington will punt it away. It's off the foot of Austin DeSold, and back deep to receive is number 7. And that will be Stabenow, but he's going to let it drop, and Farmington will fall on it at the 31-yard line. It comes with 4:56 to play in the third, and the North County Raiders will take over the ball on their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, let's go back to the defensive backs. How far has he thrown the ball? Has it been a 5-yard pass and the backs have been right there? I don't know if there's been 1 over 10 he's thrown.
Well, he's thrown about 2 over 20 yards.
But
each time it's been knocked down.
Yeah, it was
Oh, you mean completed?
Yeah.
All of the ones he's completed have been 10-yard hooks and flat routes, and that's all they've completed.
You got to
really.
think that's North County's game plan. Let them catch it.
Let them catch
and
it short, make the tackle. We're not going to give them anything deep. We're going to stop the run, and that's what they've done.
4:55 to play. North County takes over the ball. They're playing on their 30. And it looks like Compton is going to hand the ball off again to Nichols. Nichols is getting all kinds of running time, and then we're going to pile it up for just a few short-yard gains. It looks like they're going to end up actually picking up about 5, though.
Yeah, Nichols been running hard all night. What's been taking him to get down is 2 to 3 nights. You're not going to arm tackle this kid.
It is. It's taking a lot to wrestle him down to the ground. 4:32 to play, and we want to thank some of our sponsors bringing you high school football, including First State Community Bank, Hood's Discount Home Center, and Blackwell Motors. It's a 2nd and 5 for North County. They're playing on the 35 as Compton takes the snap. He fakes it to the left, and he has nobody open, a flag on the play, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Do you think that flag that just got thrown on the play is a face mask?
Yeah, it looked like he reached to grab the jersey and grabbed a little mask on him.
Penalty on the field, and you guys must have had a better view than I did. It will most likely, like you said, be a face mask. 4:14 to play before the third.
Or could be holding on North County, too.
Could be.
Preliminary call.
Nope. Yep. Holding.
Block in the back.
Yep. We've had 2 of those today.
Yeah, we have.
You know, even North County, even though they had the block in the back, and now it's going to get taken back, even when the play looks almost busted, somehow they gain 4 or 5 yards each time. But when Farmington does that, they lose 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, Bain's back there with pressure in his face all day, so when he gets when something goes bad for him, he's done. North County's making something out of nothing when that happens to them.
And that's hard to do in many situations.
It is, especially when you're 3rd and 4th down all night. Farmington's, struggled, but when North County had bad things, it's always been 1st or 2nd down. So they've had more opportunities to, come back from a penalty.
So was it block or hold?
It was a block in the back.
Block in the back on North County. It's going to set them back to a 2nd and 19 to go. They're playing now on their 22-yard line. Puts a man in motion. Compton's going to hand to the man in motion. That'll be Stabenow. Stabenow comes to his left side and then is pushed out of bounds on the 30, and then a flag comes in on the play.
I bet it was a late hit when he was already out of bounds.
It was either a late hit, but you think the judge on the side would have called that. The guy coming across the field called it, so it could be another block in the back or a hold.
But these judges, I don't know where they're calling from. That one in the first half was back on the other 30 when the play was up on the other 40.
We got a hold right here. Usually when you have a play like that, a wide sweep, so to say, or a pitch wide, you get holding because linemen are trying to stay on their blocks longer and defenders are trying to go to the side rather than forward. So you got offensive linemen grabbing on.
So we'll wait the official call. They were running off of a 2nd down and 19, and they're going to march it off. It must have been on North County, of course, because they're going to march them back some more. It's going to be a hold, and it's on North County. So mark off 5 more. That'll put them back at their own 20-yard line. It'll be a 2nd down and 20 to go for the North County Raider offense.
Night and day, these 2 possessions for North County coming out of halftime.
It really has been. As they fired out of the locker room and scored, now they're having a hard time with a lot of penalties as Compton will take the snap. He's going to rush out to his right. He's got somebody open. That's going to be on the near side at the 40-yard line and is pushed out of bounds. Looks like number 5. That's going to be Caleb Warden. Looks like Warden caught it there around the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Caleb, he had a route to run.
Right.
And instead of running that route, he came back to the passer who was scrambling outside the pocket, which is good because you got to come back to the quarterback when he's scrambling. And they made a great play.
Even though he hasn't thrown much, when Compton has thrown, he's been really accurate.
Oh, extremely accurate. That'll bring up now a 1st and 10. That's what the down markers are saying. So what did that go for, like 22 yards?
Yeah, it was a.
All right. Well, I didn't realize it went that far. So it'll be 1st and 10 as now Stabenow will be in motion and he gets the ball. He's going to come to the left side and the near. He's across the 50 to the 45, and he'll be brought down right around the 45.
They've run that sweep out of motion 3 times now. And each time it's been for a lot of yards. One time it was holding just a while ago, but that play's been working. I don't know if the safeties are playing too deep to come up to pressure that. I know the wide receivers are making great blocks on the defensive backs.
Again, like we talked, Jeremy McDowell at halftime, don't change anything. If it
Don't.
ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
Keep going. 3:27 to play in the 3rd quarter. 28-0 is your score. North County Raiders are all over the Farmington Knights. They have the ball and they're now into night territory playing on the night 44. Compton is lined up with 2 to each side. He puts the man in motion. He's going to hand off to Nichols. Nichols is going to get nowhere but back to the line of scrimmage.
That was a great blitz call by Farmington. They had man-to-man, it looked like. They showed. He creeped in at the last second, blitzed off the outside, came and covered his man, and he made a tackle in the backfield.
Clock ticks to 2:55 in the 3rd. It'll be a 2nd down and 11 for the North County Raiders.
Fans are all still here. You can hear the cowbells ringing for the offense.
You never miss the sound of cowbell.
You
Can't ever have too much cowbell. So he'll try it again. Looks like Compton's got 2 to each side. He's going to keep it this time up the middle. He's got a pocket. He's got more running room, and he finally is brought down at the knees across the 20-yard line. In on the defensive tackle was number 13, Kobe Moon, and Kobe Moon was the last man in line.
Yes, that's the third or fourth game touchdown saving tackle we've seen.
And he ran it straight up the middle. Where are all these pockets coming from?
Well, you have one middle linebacker, and you have two guys playing two techniques, which is on that shoulder of the guard. Therefore, no one's on the center, so the center's just cracking down. The other one's pushing out, and then you have the linebacker
Compton
left.
puts the man in motion, and he does. That's going to be number 23. That is Whitwell. Whitwell is going to go out of bounds as he rushed to the right side. He's going to be out at the Farmington 25-yard line. So that'll bring up a second down at about 5 to go as Whitwell will pick up 5 on the carry.
That's the 4th time North County's run that little put the wide receiver in motion and hand it off, and they always do it to the side with more room to run.
Yeah.
I wonder if Farmington figured that out because they did get a stop there. I mean, North County still did gain 4 yards when there's a busted play for North County. Somehow they still gain yards. But maybe Farmington's defense is starting to figure it out a little bit.
2nd and 6. North County playing from the Farmington 26 as Compton now goes under center. 2 to his right, 1 to his left. He hands off to Nichols up the center. Nichols spin moves, and then he goes across the 19, and he's brought down right around the Farmington 17. That'll be a North County first down.
North County's doing whatever they want to on the ground right now. They're running up the middle, running it outside. Farmington doesn't have an answer right now. They're getting pushed off the line of scrimmage.
And you got to say that, looking at North County on the schedule, you could have anticipated this game either way. With Farmington winning the past, 6, 7 years, this is one that they maybe thought they would have got a W on. So Compton's going to put a man in motion on a first down. That's going to be Nichols again. Nichols runs off to the left. He's going to be brought down now at the 10-yard line. He'll pick up 8 on the carry.
And back to your point, Aaron, North County, even 2 weeks into the season, they were 0-2.
Right, and my real point is that Farmington's schedule gets tougher from here.
It doesn't look good for the Knights if they're going to play like this from here on out.
57 seconds to play in the third as the Raiders are controlling this field up and down. It'll be a 2nd and 2. As Compton is now under center, he's got 2 to his right, 1 to his left. 46 seconds on the game clock. He's going to hand it to Thompson up the middle, and Thompson's into the end zone for a touchdown.
I looked down at my notes to see who that was, and by the time I looked up, he broke a tackle and scored.
Well, that's twice they've given to him in the red zone, and twice he's moved his feet and broken 3 or 4 tackles to get either to the 1-yard line or in the end zone. And
Eric Compton runs it for 11 yards with 40 seconds to play in the third, extending the Raider lead 34-0 as they get ready for the extra point. As to kick it for the Raiders, number 42, that is Austin Townsend. The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, it is a high one straight through the center, and the extra point is good with 40 seconds to play in the third. The North County Raiders are all over the Farmington Knights here in Week 5. Your score 35-0. We're back in 60 seconds on the Dockins broadcast group.
My bad. I'm the Farmington guy. That's my fault. I'll take the blame on myself for having a bad football team. Doesn't it? Dude, we got the best seats in the house. I'm just putting a little one.
Okay, thanks for the heads up.
Thanks. Don't be spitting.
I won't go.
Hold on. Bob and weave, Bob and weave. Get that thing close to you. I want to hear you.
Eat it.
Eat it. All right, they played another commercial, so we're going to come back, and they're probably going to be kicking it off. Maybe not. After an 11-yard touchdown by Eric Thompson, your score here with 40 seconds to play in the third, the North County Raiders over the Farmington Knights 35-0 as we await the kickoff. And they do it with style. Number 23, Jacob Whitwell, puts the foot into it. It's going to be dropping at the Farmington 23-yard line, and then it rolled right past the Farmington up man, and then looks like it went right out of bounds.
Yeah,
I think the Farmington man touched it.
Okay, no, he just threw the flag.
He did throw the
It
flag?
was close. He almost hit his leg, but he did throw the flag.
So the past 2 kickoffs, I mean, if you're going to nitpick for North County, I mean, they're up 35-0.
But that's
but
the area
kickoff game, there's 2 kicks out of bounds is almost inexcusable.
Right.
Oh, certainly. 40 seconds to play in the third quarter.
We played a team one time who had a great return man. And since it's just to the 35-yard line, our coach would tell us to kick it out of bounds. It's got to go past the 35-yard line, but kick it out of bounds, make sure it goes out of bounds so he doesn't have a chance to return it every time.
So the Farmington Knights will field it at their 35-yard line as they trail a deficit 35-0 here in the third quarter with 40 seconds to play before the end of the third. Remember, you can watch this game Sunday afternoon, 3 o'clock on Channel 18 KDKZ TV. You can also watch this game along with the 4 previous weeks of football for Farmington at KDKZ18.com. It's available for download and viewing and for sports highlights and much more at KDKZ18.com. Glad to be alongside you. I'm Aaron Cox, joined by Derek Stroop and Mike O'Brien as we get ready to resume what will be the end of the third quarter. Bame will set it in motion, and he will roll out to his right. He's going to find a man right here around the 46-yard line. That had to have been number 88, Devin Nagel.
I think that was the longest pass play of the game for Farmington.
Nagel will find it right around the 46-yard line. That'll be a Farmington first down.
You know, and every time they run that guy in motion, he's been running the flat. He ran one up. Look for him to maybe make a double move out of that and go upfield next time.
Now, in high school, is there a point thing? Do they not stop the clock when certain – because they just got a first down?
Yes, actually. There is.
11 seconds on the game clock, 15 on the play clock, and it looks like
a false start.
A false start on Farmington. As 3 seconds left in this one, he'll stop the clock at 2 seconds.
Yeah, Evan Donovan jumped offside just a little bit, had a little flinch that maybe didn't know the snap count. Trying to get off the ball early.
So is it 35 points when the clock keeps running on first downs?
Yeah, I knew there was a running clock, but I was never sure what time. I was always.
And you played football? No. I'm just kidding.
No, he was always winning.
We were winning. We didn't
have to worry about this. So they're going to go ahead and let the clock run down after 3. The North County Raiders are leading the Farmington Knights. Your score 35-0. We're back in 60 on the Dockins broadcast crew.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18. Are you looking for a true state-of-the-art fitness center? Then Anytime Fitness behind Megasports in Farmington is the fitness center for you. Anytime Fitness has 24-hour access for your convenience, affordable memberships, and tanning rates. Plus, right now at Anytime Fitness, you can take advantage of their back-to-school special. When you sign up for your membership, you're going to get 1 month free on your membership and get 1 month of tanning also for free. So why wait? Stop procrastinating and go see Cody right now at Anytime Fitness on Market Street in Farmington. Anytime Fitness, for you anytime.
And welcome back. It looks like after we started the fourth quarter, Bame kept the ball just seconds ago, and he got up. He's going to gain 8 yards on the carry as we open up the fourth quarter here on Froggy 96.95.FM and Froggy96online.com. Looks like they're going to it's going to be only a 6-yard run for Bame.
That's been their best run play so far is Bame up the middle.
It'll be a 2nd down and 4 for the Farmington Knights as Bame puts a man in motion. And now he's got him lined up to his right. He's got 2 to his left, 1 to his right. He's going to hand it off up the middle, and he's jumping over tackles. And still waiting to get a number. That's going to be Grant Hopkins. Number 8 is Hopkins is going to pick up about 9 on the carry.
Now Farmington's picking up the pace, but I think it's about 2 quarters too late. They had that one drive. It looked good. They were fast, and now they're doing it again and moving the ball. I don't know why they ever went away from it.
First down for the Farmington Knights, playing on the Raider 35 as Bame takes a snap. He hands it off to Hopkins again. Hopkins has got some running room as he is going to pick up about he's moving the pile, guys. He's still going. He's still on his feet. They haven't called the ball dead yet.
You know, Hopkins didn't start the game off the running back, but right now he's looking great. He's looking like he's running hard and getting those extra yardage.
There's a late flag, definitely about 8 seconds after the play was called dead, so that's got to be a personal foul on somebody, as it looked like Hopkins picked up quite a few on that carry.
And throughout the game, I've noticed maybe
about
this
19.
is kind of knocking Farmington off their rhythm. The quarterback to center exchange hasn't been clean. A lot of snaps have been low, so he's taking them low and having to readjust and hand off to the running back. Maybe there's something there.
Well, when I talked to the trainer earlier, their starting center is out, so maybe that has something to do with it.
Makes sense.
Yep.
So we await the official call.
Looks like the Knights are backing up, so. Is that on both teams?
Looks like a
Oh,
unsportsmanlike conduct.
And that's probably because Farmington's getting frustrated out there.
And that's what I've seen this over the last couple of years. You know, I've seen some players from Farmington really get frustrated when they're down in games. And here at the end of the game, you know, you keep your composure as best you can. But, man, you see some tempers flying out there when you're down like this, playing a rival like this.
You do, and that's a punch to the gut. I mean, you just have a great run, your best run of the night, and you get sent back 15 yards.
So the Farmington Knights, after a unsportsmanlike conduct personal foul, it'll be a 1st and 10 on the Raider 32. Bame sets a man in motion. He's got one to the right, 2 receivers out to the left, and he's going to hand it off to Hopkins. No, he's going to keep it. He's going to fake it up across the 32-yard line, where he's going to be brought down. He's going to gain about 6 on the carry.
And again, straight up the middle, Bain running.
That's the best play so far tonight, running play that is.
It's been at least the most consistent.
Yes.
I mean, they're getting 5 yards at a whack, so.
Yeah. Bame will pick up 5 on the keeper with 10 minutes to play in the 4th. The Farmington Knights are slowly creeping into Raider territory, but it's been too late. Bame's got 2 to each side. A man to his left, that's Hopkins. He hands it off. No, he keeps the ball once again, and he makes it across the 20-yard line to the 19.
Now, this score might be out of reach right now, 35-0 for Farmington
right.
to come back. But
you don't want to be shut out, though.
But, Derek, you playing football, do you think this is a momentum for next week and the week after, maybe moving forward?
Yes and no. Yes, the momentum. This play works. We can run it. No, we're down so bad you don't know what if the other defense is playing. You see the safety 20 yards behind the line. They're just playing prevent right now.
Same play again, handing off to Hopkins this time, as Bame's not going to keep it. He had 2 to his right, 2 to his left, and Hopkins is going to pick up 4.
Yeah, right now they're in the prevent defense. They don't want to run 20 yards. They want 5 and 6 yards, run that clock.
Get another first down.
Yeah, it's a running clock
going.
right now. They just want to keep the clock going.
9:05 to play in this game, as it'll be a 2nd and 6. Hopkins picked up 4 on that last carry. Bame now moves Hopkins to his right. He's got 2 wide receivers to each side. He fakes the handoff. He goes up the middle once again. Now he's across the 5-yard line. Bame is going to be brought down at the 3.
Isaiah Smith on the tackle. If Isaiah Smith was not there, he would have walked into the end zone. But again, North County bending, not breaking.
As Bame had all kinds of running room, and you see him setting up the same formation to the right, to the left, and it looks like we're going to have a whistle and a stoppage of play. It's going to be timeout. Timeout, North County, and it comes with 8:32 to play here in the 4th. Your score 35-0. The Raiders on top of the Knights, but the Knights are looking to put some points on the board. We're back in 30 seconds on the Dockins broadcast group. Come on, Dan.
You said left, right. I was like, left.
Huh?
You said left, right. I want to sing that song.
Left. As the stands start to clear out.
I'm going to give a shout out.
Go
to
for
Clayton. To who?
Clayton
and Capias. Clayton, I got a buddy worker listening to Clayton.
Yeah, we'll do that. We can do that.
And we're back at Raider Field in North County, as with 8:32 to play here in the 4th quarter. The Knights are on the march, and they're looking to put something on the board here in the 4th quarter before the end of this ball game. The Raiders lead this one 35-0.
Yes, I'd like to give a couple shout-outs. One to Clayton, Missouri. I got a buddy who I work with up there, and Eric Capias, former football Knight.
Yeah, Eric. You should have been here. We could have had the whole group.
He likes the couch.
You'd have been really outnumbered then, O'Brien. So Knights are looking to score here, 8:32 to play, and they're going to take the ball. He's going to put it in motion. He's going to fake it. Bame is going to be into the end zone for the touchdown, and it comes with 8:27 to play in the 4th. So Bame, with that quarterback keeper, will walk it in, and the Knights, for the first time, a little bit too late, will put 6 up on the board.
It still looks a lot better than that goose egg that was hanging by their score.
It was. It was a really offset score. Does that make you at least feel a little bit better now that you scored something and somebody can't look at you and say, hey, you've been shut out by your rival?
Yeah, I don't know how much better it feels. I know when we give shut.
Waiting for the extra point. That'll be number 61. He's going to put the right leg into it. It's blocked. The extra point attempt is blocked on the Knights, so they pick up the 6, but they don't get the extra.
So you score a touchdown, you look great, and then your extra point
they're-
just goes to heck.
Yeah, and right there, I know their backup kicker's in. It looked like he stutter-stepped a little bit, maybe cost him a little bit of time. So, I mean, I know Farmington has a lot of injuries, but that's not an excuse. The next guy up has always got to be your mentality.
That was number 61, Alec Van Sterven.
And back to
I'm going to have to learn that one.
Yeah, back to my point earlier. It more hurts North County than it helps Farmington, mainly because I remember being on the sideline. We had a shutout going in the fourth quarter, and we didn't execute and keep that shutout.
Right.
We had to run extra at practice. So I think North County's coach a little bit more mad that they let up some points rather than Farmington's happy that they got some.
Well, we're starting to see some of the home side of the stadium clear out, as what was a packed house here has now thinned down. Farmington fans remain.
Yeah, I just got to say something, though. The North County student section is louder than ever, and they are putting on a heck of a performance.
Does it make you wish you were back in high school, Mike?
No.
That was a long pause.
Yeah.
Had to double think that one.
It was great memories, but I'm happy with where I am. So.
Well, the Knights will put up 6 on the board here in the fourth quarter, but it's too late, and their extra point attempt was blocked as the North County Raiders originally lined up on their defensive special teams like they normally would, but you can tell that Jeremy McDowell has definitely done his research on the Knights, seen a lot of film. Farmington's definitely going to try an onside kick here. I've seen it so many times. They try this little onside kick.
Watch them run out right now. There you go. Oh,
yep.
The pooch kick.
What
a catch.
Stabenall in the hands, in the air, jumps up, 2 hands it, brings it down, and says, I got it.
The catch of the night. Can we call that the catch of the night?
I'll call it the catch.
Well, him or Whitwell?
Yeah, Whitwell had that nice
Whitwell
catch
had a
on
great one into the end zone for about 45 yards. 8:27 to play here in the fourth quarter.
And what's funny about that is our coach would say if it's going over your head and you're in the front line, let it go over your head and go hit someone so they can't get to your second line. But he knew he had good hands.
You're saying Stabenau just went rogue.
Really? I mean, he just literally like, I got this in the air, 4 or 5 feet, grabbed it, tucked it in, hit his knees. He's got it.
Like it was nothing.
If you trust your hands that much, go ahead and do it.
So the North County Raiders will line up in that I formation, and he's going to hand it off to Nichols. Nichols is going to go up and gain about 6 on the play.
So now we've seen both teams run what we've been calling the capital I. We got some inside information.
Right.
That it is called the what, Derek?
It's called the Power Eye, a form of it, but there's really not a complete name for that.
So I think our trademark is going to stay. We're going to call it the capital I, and that's going to be what everyone's going to call it from here to the end of time.
Trademark. Coxstroop O'Brien, 2012. It'll be a 2nd and 5 for the Raiders as they line up in that same formation. This time Whitwell's going to get it, and he's going to have enough for the first down. He's going to pick up 8 on the play.
And North County looks like they're just going to keep running the ball, keep letting that time go. But now, it is 35 points. If you're up by 35 points, the clock keeps running. Right. So now the clock is going to stop. But with them keeping the ball on the ground, of course, the time is just going to
And it looks like that's their time killer, is that capital I formation, where they put those 2 fullbacks in front of the running back. And that way, his 2 lead blockers, he can protect the ball a little bit better.
You're going to get Stroop to finally buy into this capital I business, huh?
He likes it.
He's like capital I. It rolls off the tongue so well. It'll be a first down for the Raiders as they set up in that capital I, or the I'm just going to call it the Power I. The capital I is looks like Compton's going to hand it off, and he's going to be wrapped up. Whitwell got the handoff, and he was wrapped up
5 yards behind the play
by number 64, Jacob Henson.
Yeah, it looks like a guard may have pulled from his position. He made a great play coming down the line of scrimmage, following the guard, and making the play in the backfield.
64 almost took the handoff from Compton.
Pretty much. He was there so quickly. He was like, oh, okay, I got it. My ball. 7 minutes to play in this one. So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 16 for the Raiders. They're playing on the Farmington 46-yard line as they line up in the Power I. Compton is under center. He's got 2 men behind him. 2 to his right, 1 to his left. He's going to hand it off again to Nichols this time. Nichols is going to find a little bit of running room. He's going to pick up about 6 and be brought down to the 40.
And we were talking about Farmington's best running play so far tonight. I think for North County, that counter run has been the best for them. They'll fake it to the fullback one way, hand to the running back the other. He usually gets about 6 to 8 yards on that.
Or third time's a charm with the quarterback keeper and the option handoff.
Right.
6:20 to play before the end of this contest. Farmington Knights aren't going to get a total shutout as they put up 6. They weren't able to capitalize on that extra point. Now it's a 3rd down and 9 for the North County Raiders, and we've got a whistle timeout Farmington. With 6:11 to play in the 4th, right now your score, North County 35, Farmington 6. We're back in 60 seconds on the Dockins broadcast group.
Blackwell Motors has the great big deals. We will put you behind the wheel. Right here at Blackwell Motors, home of the pink elephant. So take a turn to the pink pachyderm. The great big deals are here. Blackwell Motors, customer care beyond compare at Blackwell Motors.
And welcome back to North County as the Raiders and the Knights are currently at a timeout called by Farmington. 6:11 to play here in the 4th quarter. Right now the Raiders still lead 35-6. Like I told you just a minute ago before the break, Farmington able to put it up 6 on the board, but they weren't able to complete the extra point. It was blocked by the Raiders special teams. The Raiders got the ball and then they're playing on the Farmington 39-yard line. They've got a 3rd and 9 situation for them.
Yeah, right now they're probably just going to stay on the ground, maybe keep the clock running a little bit.
Again, if it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Yeah.
They're staying with what they know. We're not seeing the power eye now. And as Compton takes his snap, he's looking for an open receiver. He's going to keep it now. He's got no choice. He's going to be tripped up at the 35. As Compton kept it, he was tripped up at the 35 by number 52. That was Austin DeSold.
It's very close to a 1st down.
It's a smart play, too. You don't have a wide receiver wide open. Don't force it. Keep the ball in bounds. Make the clock run.
He still had so much time. Where's the Knights' defense on that one? Where's the pressure at?
Again, the battle of the trenches, North County is winning on both sides of the ball with the defensive line and offensive lines.
The way Compton's been running the ball, when he's been scrambling out, you think they'd have someone keying on him. So I don't know if they just haven't made that call or someone's not doing their job.
6:02 to play here in the 4th quarter. Our broadcast is made possible by all of our fine sponsors. We want to thank them for all that they do, bringing you high school football in the Dockins broadcast group. Looks like they're going to bring out the change to measure this one. Must be a close one for sure. Our broadcast is made possible by Hood's Discount Home Center along with Blackwell Motors and the Branding Iron Barbecue Company. Check out their new location in Poplar Bluff, also the UPS store of Farmington. Anytime Fitness, stop by and see Cody today. Anytime Fitness, anytime. Sun Loan Company of Park Hills in Farmington and Clark Power Service of Perryville, all bringing you high school football on Froggy 96.95.fm, across the World Wide Web at Froggy96online.com, and Channel 18 KDKZ TV. What do you see? Where are they going to spot this ball? Does it look like a 1st down yet?
It's close. I'm probably a couple inches.
4th down.
Okay.
They're going to call it a 4th and a half, so you know North County's probably going to go for it on this one, as they'd be kicking into the wind.
Yeah, I mean, you're too close to your end zone to punt. They've been running the ball all night, so.
And you can definitely tell it's short by at least 2 feet or so.
And now with about 6 minutes left, if they get this, are they going to bring in maybe the second team players? You know, the players that practice every day, they're there every day, they work hard. You know, it's really good for them to get a chance to be out there. They deserve to be out on the field too.
Haven't seen anybody being subbed in yet. We'll see if they make any changes. 5:54 and counting here in the 4th and final quarter of this contest. It's a 4th and about 2 feet for the North County Raiders as they line up in that power eye.
It is North County and Farmington, though, Mike.
True.
Compton's under center. He's going to hand off to Nichols. Nichols definitely going to make the 1st down. Excuse me, that was Thompson, not Nichols.
If you have to get a hard yard, I'm giving it to Eric Thompson. You've seen, he just doesn't stop moving his feet, and he keeps driving and driving and driving. I thought the play was dead when he scored his touchdown.
Thompson and Nichols, the 2 fullbacks. Is that Nichols the fullback, right? Or is he the running back? Anyways,
Nichols is the running back.
Their 2 fullbacks have gotten them every yard they needed through this game.
So the North County Raiders will now have a 1st down opportunity. They're playing on the Farmington 30. They hand it off to Nichols this time. Compton takes the snap and hands it off, and Nichols is going to pick up 5 on the carry.
Has North County only punted once this game? Is that how dominant their offense has been on 3rd down?
Yep.
Once, maybe twice. I think you're right, though, on one time.
And both times I've had a long way to go after penalties, so it's not like their offense isn't performing. It's been penalties that's what's hurt them.
Okay, since we're all from the area, I kind of got a question for you two. How do you think the Central Rebels still sitting at home, seeing that they beat North County by a pretty good margin, and now North County's doing this to Farmington?
Well, this may be Central's year. You never know.
Compton will take the snap. He'll hand it off to Nichols up the center, as Nichols will pick up about 4. It's short of the 1st down. He needed the 20 for the first down. He'll get about 3.5, 4 yards on the carry with 4:37 to play here in this fourth quarter. And, it does make you wonder.
Yeah.
It may make some of the smaller schools around start wanting to play North County and Farmington.
Yeah, I mean.
You got Potosi, DeSoto. I mean, DeSoto plays us mostly, but some of those other smaller schools, St. John, Hillsboro, they may want to play us now, and that'd be.
I think
not
it'd
be good for the area.
Yeah, exactly.
So they'll get a third down and about 1.5 yards to go as Compton will hand it off. I believe it was Nichols again. No, I believe that's Thompson. Thompson's going to get the carry. He's going to carry it over the 20. He's going to have enough for the first down, I believe. Or he might be right on it.
Give it to him again. He's done it all night. Just give it to him.
He's eating up time and yards. That's all he does.
As the clock stopped at 4:04. And looks like we're going to measure.
Yeah, he's about a foot short.
They're
not going to measure it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first down's on the 19. I think the ball's spotted on the 20.
They gave him a good spot.
Okay.
It looked like he was down maybe a yard short of that, but
So they got 1 yard to go. Compton is under center. He's got 2 to his right, 1 to his left. He's going to toss it back to Whitwell. Whitwell's down to around the 14-yard line.
Another third down conversion.
All night long. Have they failed on third down? Except for the one time they had to punt it away?
Once. And think about it. On their third downs, it's been 3rd and 10. It's been 3rd and long a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
What's North County do? They hand the ball off. That's how much confidence this North County coaching staff has in its run game.
So it'll be a first down. They'll be playing on the Farmington 15. Compton's under center, and he hands it off to Whitwell again. Whitwell's across the 10 to the 5, and he's tripped up barely by the feet. I mean, whoever's laying on the ground had the shoelace. That's what caused it. That'll be number 13, I believe. That was going to be Colby Moon. Moon was the last man on the laces.
How did Whitwell find the light right there to scamper through and get a big gain?
And again, that's that counter play they've been running all night.
All night long. They just got it.
It really doesn't matter who North County puts back there. They're going to run the ball, and they're going to run it effectively.
So obviously, North County's going to get another big W tonight. That'll make 3 this season. This has got to make for some great momentum. But we've got a first down as the Raiders are looking to put some more points on the board. They're playing off the 4, and it looks like they're going to hand it off. Couldn't see who he handed off to.
I think it was Thompson.
Probably.
Was it Thompson?
Looks like the fullback, so.
We'll wait to see as the pile. He only got 1 yard or so.
Gang tackle there for the Farmington Knights.
Thompson on the carry. And the clock will tick at 2:45 before the end of this one. Be sure to tune in our post-game show. We're going to talk it over with Jeremy McDowell, Todd Vaughn, see their thoughts, where they move from here. Thompson's going to go under center again. He's got 2 to his right, 1 to his left. He's going to pass it off to Thompson. Thompson's going to get a flag on the play. He's going to be stopped right around the 2-yard line. Not sure what the call is. Possibly a hold.
But again, North County is doing what they
Actually,
need to do.
it's a face mask on Farmington.
Now it's going to give North County 3 more whacks.
First down.
To get a touchdown.
So half the distance to the goal. First down. It's literally on the goal line.
Yeah. Can't get much closer than that.
Again, the official and the referee signal face mask on Farmington. Half the distance to the goal, 2:26 to play before the end of this one. Your score right now, 35-6. The Raiders on top of the Farmington Knights as they are looking to put even more points on top of these Farmington Knights. As Compton's going to go under center again, he's got 2 to his right and 1 to his left. And then he's got Thompson right behind him, Whitwell behind him. Thompson's going to get the ball into the end zone, touchdown, and it comes with 2:10, a 1-foot touchdown run for Eric Thompson.
Does the kid stop?
He doesn't. He tucks his shoulders.
He has a motor that just won't quit.
And he won't break a 15-yard run, but he'll get you 5 yards, 4 yards anytime you need it.
Can't believe you didn't do an Energizer Bunny quote there.
I could do the Mike All-Star. Boom, boom,
Mike All-Star.
Too much? So now we've got a score 41-6. We await the extra point from the North County Raiders.
He's been perfect all night. I hope I don't jinx him now.
He'll put the foot into it. It looks like a beautiful kick right through the middle of the uprights. It is a good kick, and it is successful. 2:10 to play before the end of this contest. It is all the North County Raiders 42-6 your score. We're back in 60 on the Dockins broadcast group.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
And we're back with 2:10 to play in this contest. It's all the North County Raiders. Like I've said, 42-6 your scores. We await the kickoff from North County to Farmington. Aaron Cox, Derek Stroop, Mike O'Brien on your radio at 95.FM. Crowd has really been clearing out quite a bit. Band's still here. A lot of the student section is still here. All the Farmington fans, I believe, are still here.
It's looking pretty bare over there, Mr. Cox.
They're just getting
Just
snacks.
sucking it right out of me.
Yeah.
They're just getting a soda.
As we await the kickoff, and it comes from Whitwell. He's going to, excuse me, that was Nichols. No, it was Whitwell. As it's going to be fielded and picked up by Dunlap. Dunlap's going to run it across the 19, and then Whitwell's going to put the arm into him.
Whitwell kicked it and was the first man downfield.
Impressive? I'd say so.
Yeah.
Dunlap fielded it around the 14, ran it across, and then pretty much got strong-armed by Whitwell, the guy who kicked the ball.
North County's been kicking it in the right spot all night. Besides the 2 out of bounds, they've been kicking it away from the wall, so it's making the guy run all the way around to the strong side, and they're getting to him before he's getting over there.
They got a heck of a kicker. Several guys kicking the ball. As Farmington will take over, and they're playing on their 13-yard line. Excuse me, they're 22, if I could read right. As Boehm will hand it off, he'll hand off to Hopkins. Hopkins is going to make it across the 25.
Well, as this game is winding down, I'm sure I can speak for myself and Derek. We've had a blast doing this.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It has been fun. I know I've had people been texting and tweeting at me and Derek all night about little funny things that we've been saying. So I have people from Chicago to Columbia listening. So
well, we'll give them all a shout out
yeah.
if you want to. Coming up on the post-game show, we'd love to have that happen. Boehm is trying to make a first down. He hands off to Hopkins again. Hopkins is going to find nowhere. It was a 2nd down and 6 situation. I think Hopkins is going to lose 3 here.
Yeah, there was 3 guys in the backfield when he got the ball handed to him, so he had no opportunity there.
Got a minute to play, guys, before the end of this one. How do you feel if you're a North County fan?
You're feeling good.
You're
I mean,
feeling
it's been
great?
7 years.
7 years in the
we
making.
can say that we've
for a Raider
They've
win
beat-
over Farmington, a rivalry like no other. It'll be a 3rd down and 6 to go. Looks like they stopped it at forward progress, stopped it and saved Hopkins. Going to put a man in motion, and looks like Hopkins is going to get it up the middle this time. He's got a carry across for a first down. He's going to be stopped right around the 35-yard line.
And there's
36.
There's 30 seconds left, and North County's not letting off the gas. They
Why
still
let
have
up?
every starter in.
Why let it up? 7 years of aggression built up. Why let up now?
Hey, we'll give you 1 year.
Okay.
1 year, that's
What
it?
about the 90s and early 2000s? Give us those 2.
Oh, we're keeping count now? Come on.
I was watching
15
Nickelodeon.
seconds in this game, 16 seconds on the play clock. Farmington will take their last play. Most likely he hands it off to Hopkins. Hopkins is going to get about 2 yards on the carry, and that will most likely end this ball game as the clock hits 1 and then done. For the first time in 7 years, congratulations. The North County Raiders are victorious. A final score, 42-6. As the Raiders nearly shut out the Farmington Knights here on your radio on a Friday night. We'll be talking with both of our head coaches, Todd Vaughn, Jeremy Martin, and it's coming up on our pregame show. We're also going to do a little, our postgame show. And, Jeremy McDowell. What did I say? I said Jeremy Martin. Jeremy Martin. You tell how much I talk about him all the time. Jeremy McDowell, Todd Vaughn, stay tuned to our postgame show, and we'll be talking over about the game. We're going to talk about some of the folks we've had listening in tonight. We appreciate that. And both of our head coaches. We continue right here. Your final again. North County Raiders beating out the Farmington Knights for the first time in 7 years, 42-6. We're back in 3 minutes on the Dockins broadcast group.
The branding iron barbecue.
Come out to the Brandon Iron Barbecue and check out their family feast with ribs, fish, and pork. You can feed your entire family for just $24.99 or choose from 6 different meals for under $6. The Brandon Iron Barbecue in Farmington, Poplar Bluff, and Jackson. You'll leave full, and so does your wallet.
Unbelievably tender where the spice is right. You better bring your appetite. The Branding Iron Barbecue.
And welcome back. We are on our post-game show, and we are joined by head coach Todd Vaughn of the Farmington Knights. And Coach Vaughn, can you kind of give us a rundown of your thoughts about this game?
Well, I said pretty much, pregame wise that to our kids and also to the media that, we got to be able to run football, we got to be able to stop the run, and we were able to do neither of those two tonight.
Go ahead, Derek.
Coach, I know there's been a lot of injuries this year. How has that affected your team? I know your motto's got to be next guy up.
Yeah.
And, how have the kids taken that? And
Well, I think they've taken that, to be honest with you, we're missing a couple kids, but, that's not an excuse to play at the level we're playing right now. Obviously you have certain kids that you kind of count on being there at the beginning of the year, but some of those kids being out are self-inflicted. They're kids not doing the right thing. So that's nobody's fault but our own.
Right.
Coach, talk a little bit about next week for us.
Well, Cape Central, I think they're probably one of the better teams in our conference. I don't know what happened with Cape and Jackson tonight, but physically, defense, I think they have some of the best athletes that we've seen on the defensive side of the ball and some good ones on offense, but their defensive line's pretty good.
I know that this is going to end up being a loss, but what can you guys take out of this game?
We ran the football a little bit better there in the second half, towards the end of the second half, start of the fourth quarter, so that's a good thing.
Guys, any questions for Coach Vaughn?
Yeah, Coach. On defense, you had the kind of like the safeties a little back. Did you ever thought about maybe bringing them up to help stop the run, or?
Well, we only had the safeties back when they were in a one-back set.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I knew you were blitzing off then, so you had safeties covering people a lot.
Yeah.
So it was just tough. They ran a lot of formations.
Well, you got to win inside the box. That's the key.
This has been Farmington Knights football on KDKZ Channel 18. Be sure to watch it anytime at KDKZ18.com.
At Check Please in Farmington and Poplar Bluff, they have the money you need today. They offer competitive rates on title loans up to $5,000, and they do payday loans up to $500 for your convenience. Check Please also buys scrap gold, silver, and coins. So stop by and see them today at Check Please, open Monday through Saturday. In Farmington, call 747-0900, or in Poplar Bluff, call 785-8900. Check Please. Get the money you need today.